Konnichiwa, everyone. Hello. Welcome to ALR. We are here in the land of the rising sun. This is the Japanese Grand Prix. 5 more rounds to go of the World Championship, and there's still a lot to play for in the constructors and also in the battle for second, third, and fourth, and to remain in the championship itself as well. Because there will be 3 drivers getting knocked out of gold and going down into silver. They've got 5 races to get themselves sorted out. We have also got Milan and Knowlesy battling for that third in the World Championship, as well as Kart Boy, who is starting to extend his lead over those two in second position then. So potentially he might be out of touch by the time we get to where are we next week? USA, yeah, so they might be out of touch then by the time we get to USA next week then, so we'll keep an eye on that one as well. However, let's take a look at the track layout, shall we? The only figure of 8 track on the F1 calendar. It's 18 turns, 5.8 kilometers or 3.6 miles. Lap record is held by Lewis Hamilton in the real world of Formula 1. In the ALR world, it is actually set by Clark at 1:28.226, so almost 2 seconds quicker, 2.1 seconds quicker than Lewis Hamilton there. Fantastic. And we've had 4 different winners in the Japanese Grand Prix over the history here. I think this was the last ever race, wasn't it, of season 1, if I'm not very much mistaken. And this is the scene of where Jonathan Cox won his first of 2 Grand Prix, didn't he? He was the first man to beat Nigel in a straight fight in ALR, which is a claim to fame that he will never forget that. He's also been on pole position this time last season, didn't he, Jonathan Azar? And he has quite a crucial role to play tonight with Renault, but on the cusp of becoming a free time constructors world champion as well in ALR, which would be absolutely fantastic. This is their final season in ALR, isn't it, before they become the Alpine team for next season. But potentially free constructors world champions in 5 seasons is absolutely magnificent, isn't it? The other two were Red Bull in season 1, and season 3 was the Williams team, wasn't it? Magnificent stuff. But former Grand Prix winners over the course of the Japanese Grand Prix in ALR has been Clark, who won last season. The season before was Granty. Then the season before that was Emerson, and Jonathan, as we mentioned, then back in at season 1, won the first ever Japanese Grand Prix. I've got an invite. I don't think I'm sitting in the same session. I hope I am anyway. So that is the history of the Japanese Grand Prix. I expect there to be some kind of rain here tonight because, it's the Japanese Grand Prix, isn't it? And we've had some wet races over the years, haven't we, here in Suzuka. Good track at Suzuka, isn't it? I got to say, it's old school, isn't it? If you're going to golf, you're going to golf in a big way here. So I am expecting safety cars as well as interesting weather conditions as well then. As the countdown is on, and let's go through the drivers and the constructors standards, shall we? Emerson leads the championship at 186 points. He has already crowned a double world champion in ALR now, but Renault could potentially become a 3-time world champion here tonight as well. Alpha Tower needs to score 12 points at the very least to keep the constructors going to the USA. Kart Boy is second position there. He's now 35 points in front of Knowlesy in second position then. So he can't tie up tonight then, which is a very silly statement I made earlier on then. Knowlesy in a fourth position. Knowlesy in a third position at 35 points back then. And Milan is only 12 points away from Knowlesy as a battle for that final trophy is very much on the now. It's like Gurman, 51 points for her back. A beautiful day here in Suzuka tonight. Goodness me, I'm going to have to get my shorts on. Gurman in 51 points for her back then. Liam 13 points away from Gurman as well. Liam having a bit of a bumpy end of last couple of races, unfortunately. Injured Jesus in 7th position. V Todd is 8th. Mr. Lee in 9th. And Jonathan has moved into the top 10, which I think is for the first time in a very long time he's been in the top 10. Good 17. Tango dropping outside the points. He's 11th, but he's down into 11th now. Infamous Pillars has gone up three positions. He's now up to 12th position, 1 point away from Cowie, 6 points away from that elusive top 10. Cowie in 13th position there. Lost Souls has dropped down to 14th then, and Equals has dropped down into 15th as well. In the drop zone, we have Gunnar, who has got no points. He did have a -5 point deduction there, but Farf was being a very happy chappy last week, and let Gunnar off the hook. We've got Villiamen, who hasn't got no point, has got 10 points as well. He is 5 points away from safety at the moment, so he needs to find some points, and he's not driving here tonight, and you could say that's dangerous times then, haha. We've also got Summer Wing then, who is in 18th position, and 3 points, he is also joint on 12 points as well with Dynamo Dan then. It's getting very close there, isn't it? And I think Diego's not too far away either. He's only 3 points in front then. In the Constructors' Championship, that is where our attention is going to be lined tonight. I think that Renault then are 187 points in front of AlphaTauri. AlphaTauri needs to get that gap down to at least 176 by the end tonight. Otherwise, that is it. It's game over then, as Renault will be the 3-time Constructors World Champions. McLaren are 65 points away from the AlphaTauri in third position there. Racing Point are fourth, only 11 points away from the McLaren team. They could be licking their lips to get third potentially. Alfa Romeo 21 points for a back. Haas have elevated themselves in the 6th position with Williams 7th, and Mercedes are in 8th position, 9th is Ferrari, and Red Bull completes the top 10 of the Constructors' Championship. There's only 10 constructors in Formula 1 at the moment, which is absolutely diabolical, isn't it? It should be at least 12 in my opinion, but there we go then. On board with Infamous Pillars, and he comes through the hairpin as well. Just some breaking news, and I forgot about this actually until I had a text message there from Ayrton saying that Emerson, of course, is going to have fun. Emerson's going to have a lot of fun tonight then, as he is going to have to battle his way through the field because he has got a qualifying ban for blocking German last time out in the where was we last week? Oh, in the Russian Grand Prix. So yes, German has so he blocks German in qualifying. Emerson's got a qualifying ban. And that is very much that could potentially delay the party on that could potentially delay the party for Renault being crowned the Constructors' Championship. However, said that Jonathan has had a good history around here, hasn't he? So he will be the #1 Renault driver here tonight, I would foresee. In terms of the records and stuff tonight, Emerson tonight can potentially equal the most ever podiums in a single season of incredibly of 17 here tonight, and with 4 races to go. Magnificent, isn't it? My word, he's only been off the podium once this season, which was back in the Monaco Grand Prix. He's been in the top 4 in every single race thus far. Magnificent stuff indeed. He's already broken the amount of wins in a single season, which he's on 11 now. It was on 9, wasn't it? Up until it was 9 between actually, which is a shared record between Granty and Emerson himself. And Cowie's back in the session. Good stuff indeed then. As we now got Pillars that who's going through the hairpin as well. As let's just take a look at the comment, shall we? Is Gordo, hello, good evening, Gordo. Pillars is currently on a quick lap at the moment as he's coming up to the spoon now. Then Emerson saying is hello, gorgeous. Then is hello, Emerson. I think he is not talking about me. We've got Jonathan saying good evening, Sean. Not been the best weekend, but I hope I have some points for the Renault team. We've got Welshman saying up the Renault then as well. I hope she isn't being rude there, but I think she is supporting the Renault team tonight. Search Russian evening all. We've also got Equal saying good luck or far exclamation mark ALR then. Wilson saying yay Red Bull then is I think he commented on that when I was going through the constructors there. We got Pillars going fast on a 26-2 then. Good stuff indeed there for Pillars. And let's I think there's just someone coming around the final turn there. I'm not sure who it was, and it's here comes V Todd as well. Last season's pole position time was 27-2-1-4, and goodness me, then we're already breaking that. Wow, fantastic stuff indeed. Then V Todd is gone second at 2-2-5 here. I'm already out of breath. Oh gosh, that's not good, is it? And Diego's invalidated his tunnel, so he's going to be given a slap on the wrist and go around again. Then Gunnar is just navigating his way through the slalom. Is it the slalom? The slalom? I don't know. The slalom? The slalom? I don't know. Yes, the I don't know what I'm on about really. Here's a dangerous times, and he is making his debut here tonight in the ALR Gold Division. And good stuff indeed that he is in place there for. He is in place there for William. Then William is only on 10 points so far this season, isn't he? He is be looking over his shoulder perilously going into the final 4 Grand Prix. What can dangerous times do for the McLaren team then? We've got Serious Russian saying German, you grass. As he falls, Serious Russian saying good on you. I think that was in regards to Emerson, who is a spectator like you and I tonight, isn't he? In the start of the Japanese Grand Prix, qualifying session. Anyway, dangerous time does a 26-8 then. Not too shabby then on his opening run here in Japan as well. Equals on an outlap mode, and I think we got a Dynamo done and out of follow turn. Then his helmet's out of this world. What about his time? He's 3 tenths of a second away at the moment now from Viton, and I think Pillars there is just coming back into the pit as well. I Spy and Alfa Romeo. I think it's Viton who's on in the lap as well. Diego's going for a second bite of cherries. He comes out of out of Spoon as well. We have got Ayrton saying looking forward to Emerson actually passing cars on that track tonight. And yes, of course, I think that Emerson the last 2 Grand Prix, if I'm not very much mistaken there, where I don't think he won the race on track, did he? But he did win it in terms of lack of penalties, didn't he? Emerson did there. And yes, so I feel that they're all queuing up behind Emerson to challenge him for Season 6 next season. Diego goes out 4 fast at the moment, just in front of Dynamo Dan. However, if his challengers are going to make a serious challenge for his world title for next season, they have to cut out the penalties that they're getting in, because the last 2 races have been won in terms of the penalties, hasn't it? And lack of penalties. Gunnar comes across the line 6 fastest at the moment there in the Red Bull. Unfortunately, Gunnar didn't have a very good race here last season. I don't want to remind him, but let's just say I think he went to the I think it was at the Suzuka S's there, where he went. I think he retired twice, didn't he? As he was also part of the silver race as well, and bronze, if I'm not very much mistaken. Equals has gone third fastest in the Mercedes. Good stuff indeed there for the Mercedes, and Equals as well. Lovely stuff indeed. And we got Mr. Elite coming through the. No, he isn't. It is Chaza who is making his. I think is he making his gold debut tonight. And I'm gonna have to have a look at my old record book in a minute then, and have a look to see if he has or not. I'm sure that he's definitely. I think he's floated about, but I think this is his first time that he's raced in ALR Gold. Then on board with Knowlesy at the moment. Cameron is saying hello, Sirius, hello, all. Then good luck to go. Good luck at Lost Souls as well, with a lovely dab there. As great 70 then. Isn't Emma so allowed to go out as long as he doesn't set a time? No, he isn't. And when she got a qualifying ban, that is it. You are not allowed out. Of course, then, as Farford's has really slapped Emerson's wrist tonight, hasn't he? Goodness me, there. Farford definitely commands a tight ship. Carboy is the fastest so far, and Carboy could potentially spoil Renault's celebrations here tonight. But just as I say that, Jonathan goes fastest by 2 tenths of a second as well, and these are very impressive times right from the outset here. We're already 1 point. Hang on, I've forgotten what the last year's pole position was. Nosey goes at 5th fastest at the moment. Then in the racing point, then Nosey has got a. Has got an almighty scrap with himself in Milan, but Milan is not here again tonight then, so Milan is, unfortunately, that's unfortunate for Milan there, because that is actually 2 races in a row he's missed now, and he's really not helping himself in the battle for third in the driver's standings then. We've got Mr. Elite, who's just got in to 10th fast at the moment, just watching Chaz then, who is coming over the crest of the hill as well. Indian Jesus, the slowest of the time runners thus far, coming through the 130R. It used to be a beast of a turn. It's not too much now with the aerodynamics on these monstrous Formula 1 cars as well, over the triangle chicane, which I don't think it's a triangle chicane anymore. There's Mercedes then, who is visiting the beach, and Chaz has come back into the pits as he's abandoned his time then, coming out on the lap at the moment. So we're going to go with Lost Souls, and Lost Souls the second down the bottom, not the bottom, he's down in 14th position in the Drivers' Championship there, which a man of his talent shouldn't be there, but unfortunately he does struggle to get to the end, doesn't he, Lost Souls? So let's see what he can do then from it here on in there. Going back to last season's pole position, it was 27-2 there. I'm not sure, was it rated last season as well, but albeit if that is the case, then we're almost 1.2 seconds quicker already, and make that 1.3 seconds quicker now as Lost Souls goes across the line now, and he is fastest thus far then. Good stuff indeed there for Lost Souls. I think he has had a pole position in ALR before, if I'm not very much mistaken. I am very much mistaken there. He hasn't had a pole position in gold. He's had 3 or 4 pole positions in silver. So can he get his first pole position here tonight in Suzuka with I've got to say, it's a golden opportunity tonight for Lost Souls and for a couple of other drivers there to potentially get themselves a first pole position. Oh no! And just before I say that, he is off! He is in the wall! Luckily, coming out of Dunlop there. Oh no! And he isn't! He's gone into the barrier! A slight tap. He is in the wall, out of the race. The wheel has fallen off there. The wheels have definitely fallen off his wagon there. He is the quickest as well. Just coming up into Dunlop. And my goodness me, as we've got 2 big names names out of qualifying already. Emerson, of course, got a qualifying ban, the naughty little rascal. And we've also lost Souls as well. And he is definitely going to be, oh, goodness me. And that is not what we want to see. It's at German there, who's got a cross line as well. Lovely helmet here from Tango, by the way. That's fantastic helmet design. Beautiful stuff indeed there. I'm going to ask him who his tailor is then. Or are they tailor or are they helmetists? I don't know. Are they helmeters? I don't know really, to be honest. We're coming through the second deck now as well. Under the crossover, and away we go then. We got Troy saying, watch Chaz get pole today then. Digger saying, good luck equals. Wilson saying, Will decides to fall off 5 seconds after contact. A joke of a game then. It is indeed, isn't it? I thought Lost Souls got away with that, then his wheel just fell off. I think Sam had that issue, didn't he, in the Dutch Grand Prix earlier on this season or last season, where he crashed and then his wheel just fell off, which was quite funny actually on the street. But luckily I didn't laugh until afterwards, because I think that Sam would have been very unhappy with me, and I think he was doing a good job actually in the Dutch Grand Prix, wasn't it, until his wheel fell off his wagon. Tango coming through the 130 yard and is as we already mentioned, that corner is not as beastly as it once was, is it? The same with Eau Rouge and Radio as well. Out of the triangle chicane, there is the famous Ferris wheel there to the left-hand side. Tango out of follow turn. He is third fastest, 400 to a second away from Jonathan. And if that finishes like the race as it is in qualifying, that means that Renault will have to wait to the United States Grand Prix to celebrate. German goes fastest there in the Haas car as well. Good stuff indeed there for German. He's already been on pole position twice this season. No, he hasn't. He's been on pole position once this season, back in the Canadian Grand Prix, German is. And of course, he is a 2-time Grand Prix winner this season, isn't he? So German there has got some talent, and Mr. Lee is currently in 14th position now, on board now then with Diego as he accelerates out of the hairpin as well. Sarah's trying to say, so technically Jono could wrap up the constructor, so no pressure, Jono, then. Yes, indeed, they could then. So with Emerson there, with Emerson's wings being clipped then after his escapades in Russia, it's all down to Jonathan at the moment. But Jonathan does like this circuit. As already mentioned, he won his first ever ALR Grand Prix, didn't he, here, when him and Nigel had a great battle. And that was the first time we've seen Nigel make a mistake at Dunlop as well. Oh, goodness me. I had a cheese roll and it's really repeating on me at the moment. Oh, my word there. You could say it's getting a bit cheesy in here, isn't it? Diego had a final turn, and Diego goes 8th fastest, 2/10 of a second away from his teammate at the moment. And Simon Winks just starting to stop. Liam, yeah, is coming through Dunlop as well. Now he's in the first deck net. Now he's in the second deck net as well. Liam is then. Yes, it was Nigel then. That was the first time Nigel, I think, made a mistake in ALR, wasn't it? Which cost him the race win. So we got Liam, yeah, coming out of the hairpin as well and accelerating away. So, yes. And of course, Jonathan there, who put him under the pressure, didn't he? As Nigel was trying to put in some qualifying laps, wasn't he, to try and dislodge Jonathan from that race win there. But it was Jonathan who took his first Grand Prix win of his career. And yes, there. But I wonder if Jonathan loved it. Well, Jonathan would definitely love to get back onto the top step of the podium, won't he? Here tonight, and that would be and what a way it would be then for Renault to have a championship coronation as well. I think Jonathan's had a difficult season in ALR this season, hasn't he? His second half of the season has been a lot better though, and he's propelled himself up into the 10th in the World Championship, of course. So yes, Jonathan might have a part to play in the Constructors' Championship. Liam, yeah, goes 6th faster, and Liam, yeah, looking very much on course as well. Chazza is doing some lawnmower in there. It's all good to speak. He's now going across the gravel. I know, oh dear, that is Chazza there. He's doing a bit of cross country there, a bit of extreme E perhaps there. Cowie is in that 12th position, and I'm just watching Diego, who is getting out of the way of that Haas car. What about Carboy? Carboy is starting this up off as well. So Jonathan is on brand new soft tyres here. Then Jonathan is there. I wonder if he's trying to get his eye in. Then Equals in 10th position as well. Remember, it is the usual rules in this qualifying session. Summer Wing is out of qualifying. Emerson out of qualifying, and Lost Souls out of qualifying as well. We've lost 3 drivers already here in the Japanese Grand Prix. Remember the 2009 qualifying session around here? We had 3 or 4 red flags, didn't we? Where I think we had I think at the final stage of qualifying we had Kovalainen, who and a couple of other drivers had a big incident around here in Degna too, but I don't think Kovalainen crashed, did he? Or he was very lucky. Equals invalidated his time. That's a bit unlucky there for Equals, isn't it? So he is going to have another bite of the cherry in your Jesus then. He's 6 seconds up, impressively enough. Goodness me. If he finds out on this lap, then I don't think anyone's going to beat him in the rest of the qualifying session. On board with Indian Jesus as well. Cowie's coming into the crossover, but he's a second and a half down the first split time. So I think he's made a mistake somewhere, so he's going to have another bite of chair as well. Indian Jesus is 3/10 of a second up there. Good 17 there for Indian Jesus. I think he's had a solid season, Indian Jesus has. So we're just now on board then. So he has 12 start this season, Indian Jesus has. He's only had three DNFs, and he should have had 2 podiums, didn't he? But of course the podium was taken away from him on one instance there. But yeah, Jesus, a very solid season, hasn't he, for the McLaren team, and a really good 17. And him and Milan, they're a good combination, weren't they, until Milan transferred to the Ferrari team. But at the moment now, I think that this is good news for Knowlesy. If Milan is not racing again here tonight, then he can extend that lead in the battle for third position, which is from 12 points up to as many points as he wants, then, as long as it's within 26. So now we're just watching Indian Jesus into the triangle chicane as well, accelerated away then, and here he comes up to the line as well. 1.5 minutes to go in this qualifying session, and everyone is on the soft tires, of course, because this is not a tire dependent session. You can use whatever tires you want then, but Indian Jesus at the moment there is in a 6th position. That should see him safely through, shouldn't it? I think it's the likes of Cowie, Dynamo Dan, Mr. Elite, Gunnar and Chaz that really need to pull their finger out. Here comes Dynamo Dan, and he is coming up the hill then. There's only one DRS zone on this Japanese Grand Prix circuit, I think, which is the start-finish rate. There's no really other place you can have a DRS zone, which maybe up at the 130 yard end, but then that means that the drivers would have to close the rear wing themselves then, because I highly doubt they're going to have enough downforce for the rear wing open to go through 130 yard with the DRS open. That would be absolutely amazing and probably end up in a huge incident there. We've had big accidents there over the years there. Jaime Alguersuari in 2009 in the Toro Rosso team. We also had Alan McNish there, who unfortunately was unable to start his final Grand Prix for the Toyota team back in 2002, when he had an absolutely horrific smash there, didn't he, in the Toyota, I think it was on the warm-up lap going to the grid there. So that was unfortunate for Alan McNish in his final race for the Toyota team before becoming the Renault test driver for 2003. So that was a bit unfortunate there for Alan McNish. And I'm sure that we also had, didn't we have Degrassi on the crash there as well in the 2010 season for the Virgin team, possibly. But that was not a huge accident there, but I think it was a bit embarrassing there from Lucas Degrassi there. But of course, he's now into pastures new. Of course, he is driving for Formula E, and I think he's a champion, isn't he? Was he season 3 champ? Degrassi was then for the Audi Schaeffler team, or Schaeffler team, or something like that then. Mr. Elite then into turn, I think it's in 17 now then, accelerates away. Turn 18 then, there used to be a horrible bump around there, didn't it? They've taken it away on this game. Mr. Elite goes 12 fastest in the Ferrari. That is safely through at the moment, but I think safely is a bit of a exaggeration from my part, because they are going to be looking over the show. Then Dynamo Dan has invalidated his time, unfortunately, and that could see his qualifying session ended. At Haas and his qualifying session ended as well. What about Gunnar? What about Chaz? And Chaz coming over the crest of the hill as well in car 71. This is his debut here tonight as well, and going through the 130 yard as well. As Mushroom reckons that Gunnar has had a big smash around the 130 yard. I think that Gunnar does love a good smash, doesn't he? And I think that he probably has, hasn't he? I don't think he's had a crash around here in ALR there. Chaz goes 6 faster. Knowles is retired from the session there. He's happy with his performance, Knowles is. Here comes Gunnar as well. He is 2/10 a second up on his previous best there. He might need to find a chunk more time. And look at the amount of rubber already on the track there, as that is the lockups. It's happening into the triangle chicane. Out of it now then. DRS for Gunnar. Gunnar improves by 3/10 a second, but he's out of qualifying as well. Gunnar is there. I don't think he's a fan of this track, Gunnar is he? But I feel that says Cowie's out of qualifying now, goodness me. So yeah, Cowie's out of qualifying, and unbeknownst to me there, oh goodness me, so I think Chaza has just eliminated Cowie, and goodness gracious me, that's not what the Haas team wanted, that's not what Cowie wanted either. Oh goodness gracious me, Gurma's left the session in protest, I think, about Cowie being knocked out of qualifying. Diego also in the pits, well, good somebody, then both racing points are through into qualifying 3 as Diego just practicing hitting his marks there, coming into the pits there. It's a slight downhill slope, isn't it, going from the start to turn 1 there, and it's a very bumpy pit lane as well, isn't it, here in Suzuka, as we just see the car go to past the left of us there. Equals in 14th position then. And there's a Diego then I think he retired from the session there, didn't he? I hope he did. I just was looking back there, wasn't I? Well, I wasn't looking back, so I was looking at my old spreadsheet then. Just on board then with Equals, and he's in 14th position. He is through into qualifying too. Good stuff indeed, young man then. Absolutely great stuff then. So he is through into qualifying too then. We've also got Arsenal who are leading 2-0 against West Brom as well. Good times indeed. Out qualifying, we've lost six cars, not 5 here tonight, and we have lost Summer Wing qualifying no time. Emerson is at the back of the field then. That is the first time he's not made into qualifying 3 since I don't know, it's a very long time ago. Gunnar out of qualifying as well, down in 18th position there, but look at that, the top 17 times there is less than a second now. That is absolutely magnificent indeed. Then the field is very much compact, isn't it, where you can very much be hero or zero. Unfortunately, Cowie is out of qualifying. Lost Souls had a crash at Dunlop. He's down in 15th position. He's going to be kicking himself because that time would have safely gone through in the qualifying too there, so he is going to be very unhappy about that. Jonathan saying he loves Japan, got good memories in a league racing around here. Gunnar saying more than a few times at Mushroom in regards to the 130 yard. Of course, Serious Mushroom had his one and only win here in the Japanese Grand Prix last season in a very wet silver Grand Prix, wasn't it? Magnificent stuff indeed. Liam, chased him all the way to the line there, but Serious Mushroom absolutely inch perfect on the strategy. He was as fast as a fast thing last season as well. Wasn't it? Magnificent stuff for Serious Mushroom to be aiming for a second Grand Prix win of his career. Of course, tomorrow night, which silver goes live on air Monday, 7:30 UK time. Of course, bronze on Tuesday, and then Wednesday is COBALT. Indeed, then 4 days of ALR action here in Suzuka. Then it's too much for me to handle. That's why we have the Hiltons live for with Emerson and Ayrton on Tuesday nights, of course, then for bronze. Serious Marshall said no way in regards to we'll get a win here tomorrow night then. But as we're back on board then with Pillar said he is the first driver out on the circle at the moment then, and as he's coming through Dunlop as well, that's where that's a very tricky corner that is, isn't it, Dunlop? We had I think it was Jordan Lacey and Kimi Räikkönen that smashed there, and Jordan Lacey's at final race, his 201st Grand Prix with the Jordan team, and Kimi Räikkönen in the end of his first season in Formula 1, who's now the most experienced driver in Formula 1 history, isn't he now? Who would have thought that back in 2001? But yes, Kimi Räikkönen and unfortunately Jordan Lacey on a big smash there, and that was the end of Jordan Lacey's illustrious career in Formula 1 as well. Only one Grand Prix win for Jordan Lacey, which is a travesty, isn't it, for the French driver in the famous number 27 Ferrari team, wasn't it? Of course, as after the Ferrari, he went to the Benetton team, didn't he? Really, unfortunately, that Benetton really didn't give him any more wins. Really, of course, Benetton at the time was the defending constructors and drivers championship winning car, wasn't he? In the form with Michael Schumacher before he went to Ferrari in '96. Is a Lacey and Schumacher effectively swapped seats, didn't they, for the '96 season? With Gerhard Berger also becoming the second Benetton driver as well for '96 and '97 before retiring there. Gerhard Berger, who was also, I think the Gerhard Berger, did he have 9 wins or 11 wins? It's around that number, isn't it? Of course, Berger's last win was back in the 1997 German Grand Prix, wasn't it? He should have won the German Grand Prix in '96 as well, but his engine expired with just a couple laps to go, which allowed Damon Hill to take the victory there in that '96 there. So unfortunate there for Gerhard Berger, because that was a very commanding race there for Berger and Benetton as well. Berger seemed to like the old Hockenheim circuit, and of course that was before, it's not the modern day Hockenheim ring, is it? Of course, we was used to blast into the forest, didn't we? It's the second longest track on the Formula 1 calendar. It was 45 laps compared to 67 now around the forest. It was brilliant, wasn't it? 3 chicanes that really broke up the long, fast flowing circuit end before they went to the chicane there. The final stadium sector, where it was very much skinny freer wings there, where you had to really control the car, didn't you? Of course, the final time they used that layout was back in 2001, wasn't it? Well, I think wasn't it Ralf Schumacher that won the final race around there? I think it was, wasn't it, in the Williams BMW? into the 130-yard pillars is now then. I think the pillars would be very interesting in maybe getting his first pole position of his career here tonight then, with Emerson not in the frame then. Oh, he's invalidated his time now, pillars, as he's on the medium tyres then, and he has abandoned that time. He's come into the pits, he's had enough, and he's very good, be very disappointed at that then. V-Todd is on the soft tyres, and V-Todd an expert on one lap pace, isn't he? But he's also in the pits as well. We've got a lot of drivers abandoning their quick laps, haven't we? Liam Yates, the first driver to post a time on the board on the soft tyres. He's done a 26.5 to start us off then. Dangerous times then, with a dangerous time indeed then. 8,000 seconds in front of Liam Yates, as I'm going to be ruining that pun until the end of time. Tanga goes at third fastest as well in the Alpha Tauri, and Alpha Tauri, the only team then that stands in Renault in becoming a three-time Constructors World Champion tonight, and that is what we're going to be on the lookout for. Renault have won the Constructors Championship back in Season 2 then, of course, with Grant at the helm then, and I think it was Brandon who was, new F1, Brandon was his teammate, wasn't he, back in Season number 2, and then, of course, in Season 4, it was Emerson and Mr. Elite there, who also got, I think they was 1-3 in the Drivers' Championship as well, weren't they? So really, that was one of the strongest Renault pairing and one of the strongest driver pairing in ALR history, was it last season for the Renault team, and of course here this season as well. Jonathan and Emerson then are this season's Renault partnership as well. So yeah, some very impressive drivers in the Renault history of ALR. This is unfortunately the last time we're going to be seeing that yellow car in ALR this season before it turns into the Alpine blue, doesn't it, for next season as well. And I'm sure that car is going to be very much sought after when we do the random draw for ALR, which will be around, I was going to say Christmas, but I'm in the wrong part of the year, of course. So yes, as soon as the game comes out, then of course there'll be a random driver draw, and the drivers will get put into the cars. And I'm sure that the Aston Martin and Alpine team now will be two cars that will be very highly sought after, won't it, from the driver's point of view. I think Aston Martin is probably the car that everyone wants to drive for next season. Now it's a very beautiful, lush British racing green, isn't it? First time that we have a green car on the grid since the 2014 season there, with the very crude and rude Caterham car from back in at 2014 now. Goodness me, is the car on the front of the car looked like a gentleman's appendage there, didn't it? Really, is that is what Ted Kravitz explained, Eliza. I've got to keep it PG. We have got Diego going for a time lap here then, and Diego's just starting his lap. I concur there. We have got Mr. Elite coming through the final turn as well. Same with Jonathan as well. Got yellow flags on the back straight, and there's something that's gone untoward there, unfortunately. His car boys abandoned his time and come back into the pits. And we got Infamous Players also going for laps about 8 minutes ago in this qualifying session. Then another crossover as well then before coming up into the hairpin. Of course, this is the Kobayashi hairpin, where Kobayashi had some incredible overtakes, didn't he? Back in 2010, I think it was, wasn't it? 2010, where he put the manners on Jaime Alguersuari. We seem to be talking a lot about the Jaime Alguersuari tonight, isn't it? He's infamous at this track then, but probably for all the wrong reasons, really, isn't he? Same with Buemi as well, because I think Buemi had made a right old mess of his car, didn't he, coming up this hill right here? And unfortunately, there was about 5-6 drivers that got penalised, didn't they? I think Button got penalised, Alonso got penalised. There was a lot of cars that got penalised on that day here in Suzuka. Serious Mushroom wants the Haas car. Oh, goodness me, and of course, as he does put in brackets, joke then. I must say, the Haas car does look nice then, but I'm not too sure, but it does look nicer. But about all the representation and stuff like that, yes, we'll stay well away from that, shall we? It's interesting. Equals is off the circuit there. He's on an outlap at the moment as Equals is. That's not the best way to prepare his tyres though for qualifying lap. Equals. He is though in 8th position nonetheless. And no, as I said, told you, Mr. Elite has gone into 6 fastest in the Ferrari. What about Jonathan? Jonathan is 5th faster, 26.9 on the medium tyres there. Jonathan is. He's looking quick on the soft tyres. I think he'll be a bit disappointed with the lap time on the medium. Same with Pillars as well. Also a fraction down on the medium tyres as well. Gerben is looking very strong on those medium tyres, and I have to say, here comes Diego on the soft tyres. He has done a 52. He's closer to the 2-minute mark there. What about Indian Jesus? I was too slow for Indian Jesus. He's not too slow for the time now, is he? He has done a 27 flat. He is into Seventh position at the moment. Good stuff indeed. That V-Todd is on circuit as well. Coming up to the 130 yard. My ear, my hair's got stuck in my ears. 1 second. There we go. Someone got me mop chopped, which I probably should have done yesterday, but there we go. As now we got V-Todd coming into the triangle chicane, accelerating out of it onto the turn 18 as well. And of course, as I mentioned, we have had some big crashes over the years. Like 2005, Montoya and Jacques Villeneuve tangled there, didn't they? In that infamous 2005 Japanese Grand Prix, one of the best Grand Prix you'll ever see. That if you want to watch it and if you're bored on a Saturday night or a Friday night or whatever day, then go and watch the 2005 Japanese Grand Prix. It's absolutely amazing to watch. It really is indeed. Where Kimi Räikkönen came from 18th on the grid there to win that race. Overtook Giancarlo Fisichella with just 1 lap to go there in the first turn. It was a brilliant race. It really was indeed. Of course, I think it was the reason why the grid was so jumbled up then, because I think it was the 1 lap for qualifying, wasn't it, where rain had really affected some drivers there, the likes of Michael Schumacher, Fernando Alonso, and Kimi Räikkönen. They was all near the back of the grid, weren't they? And we seen some amazing racing, didn't we? Oh, Equals there getting, gotta say, lot of commitment there through the 2 Degners there. Impressive stuff indeed there for Equals as he flies past me. We got a racing point of Diego making a much better fist of things. He has now been the 7th fastest there. Is that going to be safe? Not too sure about that then. Equals is abandoned his time there, so he is not going to continue on the moment. Yellow flags then going through up into Spoon as well. Here comes Cartboy, who is second in the championship today, 35 points in front of Nolzi and Milan in a third and fourth round. So Cartboy in his debut season here in ALR, his consistency has been absolutely imperative, hasn't it? It's been second to none. It's been magnificent, hasn't it? And him and AlphaTauri, the only two, him and Tangosh there, the only 2 drivers and AlphaTauri, the only team that is standing in the way of the Renault team becoming a 3-time Constructors World Champion in ALR history. Renault have got a very impressive CV in ALR, haven't they? With of course, they're now up to 25 Grand Prix wins now, the most of any constructor. Brilliant stuff indeed then for the Renault team. They're absolutely magnificent stuff. They're on 42 podiums as well now. Absolutely magnificent. I think that the Renault team is going to be, I think those stats then for the Renault team is not going to be broken for a foreseeable long time, I would say. Carboy, only 9th fast. I say only 9th fed, because that's still a very quick time, isn't it, for Carboy? But unfortunately, from this point of view in this session, Carboy would like to have been a bit quicker than probably in the 26 is the very probably the early 26 or something like that, maybe. But unfortunately for Carboy, that is not enough at the moment. As the track has gone a bit quiet up there at the moment. Jonathan is back out on the soft tires, taking another bite of the cherry. Chaz is now just coming up into the Spoon quarter. So this is debut Chaz is in the Ferrari, and of course the Ferrari team have got a lot to make up, and in the constructors they are down in 9th position. The constructors are 37 points away from the Mercedes team, so Ferrari then can they move up the order slightly. So Chaz then is just on an outlaw mode. He's on the medium tires, Chaz is then with 4 minutes to go, 3 3/4 minutes to be precise then. So he's left it a bit late then. If he makes a mistake then for Chaz, let's see what he can do then. The debutant here tonight then, as he goes through the triangle chicane then, invalidating the time. I don't think that should cause too many issues, but it has done, you know, because of course if you invalidate towards the end of the lap, then you do invalidate this lap and the next lap. Chaz has done that. Oh dear. And this is not good at all, is it, for Chaz? And I'm looking for the next car on track, which is Jonathan. There he is, and just now on board then with Jonathan. Is coming up into the 130R as well. Hang on a minute, go adjust me hairpiece again. There we go. Jonathan now is now coming into the triangle chicane then. Let's see then what Jonathan can do then. He doesn't want to invalidate this time. We've already seen Chaz do that then. Out of the final chicane as well. And here we go then. There's only one DRS zone around this circuit. The only other place I can think of with one DRS, if I'm not very much mistaken, of course, is the Imola Grand Prix, which is not on this game but will be on the next year's game then. But I think that track will have 2 DRS zones now, won't it? Will they? Yeah, they will. No, it'll only have 1 DRS, I think, won't it? Because I think it didn't have 2 this season. He's only got yellow flags all around the circuit. And the Monaco Grand Prix as well. And the Monaco Grand Prix as well. I don't think there's any other circuit that has another one DRS zone does it. If it has, then throw it in the comments there. I'll keep an eye out then. I'll keep me a beady eye on that then as well. I don't think there's any other race then. I'm sure there is, and it's really bothering me now. So if anyone can help me out, that'll be absolutely magnificent, Jonathan. Lovely shot here from Jonathan. Car 25, the British Italian driver then, as he had to get out of that steering, didn't he? In the halfway through the hairpin there. So that is not very good, is it? We're coming up in to Spoon as well. Emerson saying that Monaco only has one Sean. Thank you, Emerson. I'm sure I said that, but if I didn't, yes, I did mean Monaco. I'm sure there's another track that has the one DRS as well, isn't it? If I'm not very much mistaken. Then Alex Big, MO is useless. Goodness me. No, that's a bit disappointing, isn't it? For Emerson's point of view, as his fan club is out in force, isn't it? Here tonight. 90 seconds to go. Then Young Lights in the comments saying, "Hey up, lads!" As he's just introduced himself there. And just as Serge said, he's all good there as he's watching these amateurs. Oh, lovely shot here from the suspension there with Jonathan Cox there. Of course, as we do know that Mushroom is talented, is he, here in this Grand Prix. He took the victory for silver last season as Infamous Pillar goes fast there. 10th per second in front there of Jonathan, who's just gone quicker still. And I'm sorry, guys, I can't keep up with the comments at the moment. Goodness gracious me, then. As Jonathan, as Infamous Pillar is fast as Jonathan is second at the moment. Ferrari of Chaza is on and out of the moment. We've got yellow flags that fluttering all around the circuit. We got Diego just starting his lap as well. What about that McLaren of Dangerous Times? It's in the pits at the moment then. This could be Dangerous Times indeed then. India Jesus cut across the line to start his final lap then of the qualifying session as well. Here comes Equals into the final chicane as well. What about Mr. Chaz starting his lap now? Still on the medium tires, Chaz. Goodness me. We got to say he's very bold tonight, isn't he? The final turn now. Equals goes 6th fastest there. Good stuff indeed then. Nosey is starting his lap as well. And we've got yellow flags on the back straight, and as Nosey flicks it through turn one. Good stuff indeed. And I see a Haas car of German who's starting his lap. 20 seconds to go in this qualifying session. I have no earthly idea where I am now, as I usually try and I'm trying to keep up with these guys, but they're just too quick for me. Tango is on the back end of the circuit coming out of Spoon as well, and now dropping down before coming up the hill as well. Then for Tango, I think as of course the search Russian was of course tongue in cheek saying the amateurs as well. Gotta say, if you want to see amateurs, just watch me try and navigate around here on Tuesday night. That'll be quite funny, won't it? Just watching Tango out of the triangle chicane as well before accelerated up until the line then, and let's see what he can do then. And Tango goes second fastest in the 26 ones, and this pace here tonight is mighty hot then, isn't it? Like I am as well. I mean in terms of heat then, and not in terms of looks, that's for sure. Diego's in the pits and he's abandoned his time now. Diego has, oh my word there. Jonathan's also in the pits as well. We've got a Mercedes. Who is it? I'm lost. Kerman goes in. It's Liam Yeh goes 4th fastest there in the Mercedes. That should see him safely through. Chaza on one lap on the medium tires has just gone fastest. Oh my goodness me. Chaza, that was absolutely magnificent stuff. Has he been sandbagging? He has got some pace in that Ferrari, hasn't he? Oh my word there. And Chaza might go from one lap to one win, from one start to one win as well. Pillars is retired from the session now. Vital out of the final turn as Vital got enough. He has got enough. He is through into qualifying free at the moment now. Equals is 26 seconds down and he is skated off at the triangle chicane. What about Carboy? An important day for the AlphaTauri team if they want to win the constructors. Tango's up there. What about Carboy as well? Tango's got some technical gremlins, hasn't he, with his PlayStation, and Carboy has made it through into qualifying free and by the skin of his nose cone. Very good stuff indeed then. As Cardboy has just about made it through then. Now I think he'd be very happy with that then. So, but Chaza on the medium tyres then. That is pretty impressive to say. Lee said, goodness gracious me then. Of course, Chaza, I think he drove in, did he drive in bronze last week? I think he did, didn't he? And he didn't really, I think he was struggling with the pace in Russia, wasn't he? But here tonight, and my word, that he has really revved it up to the max there. Medium tyres are 26 flat, and he is faster than qualifying too. Wow, amazing stuff indeed then. And as I just taking a look, then here it is, 6100 second in front of Pillars in second position with Tango third, Jonathan fourth, fifth position is Liam, sixth is Indian Jesus, V Todd seventh, Knowles the eighth, Carboy ninth, and Gurman in 10th position. Then only two drivers on the medium tyres is Gurman and Chazza. Out qualifying, dangerous times, then unfortunately missed out by the skin of his nose cone. He quals in 12th position, Elite in 13th, and Diego in 14th. I just said Diego saying a bottle it, bruv. He is not very out. He's a bit disappointed with that then, and equals also saying rapid laps. Indeed, it was rapid laps there, but the grid once again is only separated by 0.8 of a second. 3/10 of a second separates the top 10. My word, that is very compact, isn't it? As we're going into a qualifying 3 as well. Right then, qualifying 3 is coming up. Then we got 12 minutes and decide who's going to be on pole position for the Japanese Grand Prix. So this season, in terms of the pole position chart, we've had Milano, who's been on pole position 4 times. Gurma's on pole position once. Jonathan's been on pole position once as well. Emerson's been on pole position 8 times. He won't get that tonight. P's on pole position twice, and he won't get that either tonight. Walker's on pole position quite a while ago now, isn't it? So in total, that's about 6 poles. We're going to get a 7th one here tonight. I've got to say, I'm now going to. I'm not a better man then, but I think that I'm going to put me Zenny behind Chazza then. I think it's Zenny, isn't it, over here in Japan, if I'm not very much mistaken then. I'm sure it is, isn't it? There we go. I've probably dug myself a hole now, which I'm probably ain't going to be able to get out of it. Vitold out on circuit then, along with Infamous Pillars and Carboy and Liam as well. This is a long circuit, this one is, and we're about to doing 1:26, and it's the fastest time around here. So you've really got to get a move on, haven't you? As TK saying, hello, good evening TK, I hope you're well, and it's great to have you in the comments tonight. Then Infamous Pillars then is just coming up to Degner 1 then, running a bit wide. He doesn't need to worry about that too much, does he? In car 96 in the Williams then. I think the Williams is actually the second most successful constructor in ALR history, if I'm not very much mistaken. I am very much mistaken. Of course, they have won a constructors, haven't they, as is Red Bull, but Red Bull the second most successful constructor with 16 wins, I think, and there's Mercedes in third position there. So yes, Williams only 4th, are they? But they have won a constructors championship, haven't they? The Williams team back in at season 3 then. Serious question now, still saying he still reckons Jono will get pole position. And TK's asked where's Emerson? As Serious question says that Emerson has broke his thumb now. Emerson has broke his thumb then, but he has broke the rules. Emerson has. He is definitely he's been a very naughty boy in the Russian Grand Prix. As unfortunately I think he blocked Gurman on his qualifying lap there, didn't he? And because of that, Emerson has been slapped with a qualifying ban as well. So disappointing times there for the world champion and the double world champion, I should say, who will be 18th, 19th on the grid there for the start of the Japanese Grand Prix. One of the toughest races to take on this circuit, and the only one DRS zone around this circuit. And it's the same in all the calendar, apart from Monaco, where there's only one DRS as well. I'm sure there's another circuit with one DRS. Am I just making that up then? I think I am, isn't I? I know Imola only had one DRS last season. And, did you have one DRS this season? 2 DRS this season? I can't remember. It was only 2 weeks ago. Well, 3 weeks ago. Oh, goodness me. My brain is, my memory is like a sieve at the moment. So here's Infamous Pillars, and he's ever been on pole position in gold, has he? As we mentioned, he has been on pole position in silver before. And of course, he's also had 4 Grand Prix wins as well in silver. He's never won in gold yet, has he? Pillars has, of course, he was really challenging Murphy to the title, wasn't he, at the beginning of that season? Unfortunately, though, unfortunately for both those drivers, none of them won the silver championship that season. That came down to, I think it was Gurman that won the championship that season, wasn't it? And Tony Gurman, he is the last out on circuit, and he's on an outlap at the moment as we are flying through the 130 yard. So said that Gurman has grassed him up then in terms of Emerson getting a qualified bad there. Yes, and I think that Gurman now would love to get a second Grand Prix win here tonight, winning or third Grand Prix. I should say Pillars has done a 26 flat. My word! As these are pretty quick times, aren't they? Right from the outset. What about Carboy out of the final turn as well for Carboy? Carboy goes second fast at the moment. Tango's just coming up the hill as well. Got an Alfa Romeo then of Vitold, then 2/10 second away from Carboy at the moment. What about Liam? Yeah, in the Mercedes then. Look at that, he's hugging the inside there. Liam goes at full fast at the moment. Gurman is starting his lap as well. Got McLaren in the background of Indian Jesus. Indian Jesus have gone 4 fastest. What about the second AlphaTauri? The AlphaTauri goes 4 fastest then. Whisker behind his teammate, and we've got the Renault Jonathan then. This is Serious Mushrooms picked for pole position then, and let's see what Jonathan can do. He is on pole position by the 200th of a second. Good stuff indeed. What about Chaza? Out of the final turn, and Chaza has really made everyone sit up and take notice, and he's on pole position at 25.6 there from the Ferrari. Oh my goodness me, that's a 4/10 of a second in front of anyone else. Chaza has got quite a good advantage at the moment. He's over in Fiji compared to everyone else at the moment. Magnificent there from Chaza. That is absolutely incredible stuff indeed then. Oh my word then. And Chaza on his debut in goal tonight then is going to stick on pole position, and I think this will be Ferrari's first pole position of the season as well, if I'm not very much mistaken. And brilliant stuff indeed. I am very much mistaken. Now Ferrari have had pole position, I think it was in the form of Milan, wasn't it, back in Singapore, but this might be a second pole position in 3 races for Ferrari. Absolutely magnificent stuff indeed there for Chaza. He's on pole position. Jonathan in second position at the moment with Pillars in third, Carboy in fourth. Fifth position is Vitod on the grey. I think that's his best, almost his best performance in qualifying thus far. What about Gurman and the silver champion, and out of the final turn, and can Gurman there get anywhere close to Chaza? Out of the final turn, and Gurman goes second fastest. He is 2/10 of a second away from Chaza. Wow, magnificent stuff. And Chaza pole. Second position is Gurman. These are some quick times in qualifying. Jonathan in third position with Pillars in fourth. Oh my goodness me. Sam is cheering on Gurman there. Sergio is going to get towed off. 25.6 is not bad, I guess, from Serious Motion. I love it. Absolutely brilliant stuff indeed. I've got to say, that's really blown me out the water. Wow, that's absolutely great stuff indeed. So Chaza coming into the pits on his debut here tonight now for car 71, and 71 is now going to be synonymous with Chaza because he's going to stick on pole position on the first time of asking at the moment. Wow, that is absolutely impressive stuff to say the least there. I think the only thing I am a bit disappointed about tonight is I want to know if of course, Emerson there's had 8 pole positions this season. He's been in the benchmark, hasn't he, in qualifying. I'd love to know what Emerson could do and how close he would get then to Chaza. So I'll be so that's a bit of a shame tonight. We're not seeing that duel play out in front of us. Gurman though is only 2/10 of a second away. I wonder if Gurman on the second lap they might improve, but I think Chaza could improve as well. This is going to be a great end of qualifying, isn't it, here in Japan? I am loving this end. As Emerson saying, not fair play, lad. Then it's a Tango saying he'll take that on a 15% tyres. That is, looks like Tango had to use a scrub set of soft tyres for his opening run then, and he's in 7th position now, so that's not bad at all. And Vitod is the meter in the AlphaTauri sandwich in 6th position then, as we got 3 Alphas very much. Lionel Stone in 5th, 6th and 7th. Good stuff then, as we just got Gurman now, who is skating across and coming back into the pits. 5 minutes to go in this qualifying session, as one comes in, one comes out. Carboy is out quite early on there. He's done 26.1 here. These are very impressive times indeed then. Absolutely mega stuff. But all these times in the top 5, in the top 10 would be best for it's actually quicker than last season's pole position. Magnificent stuff indeed there. Oh, absolutely I'm absolutely my jaw's at the floor at the moment, because this is absolutely magnificent pace here tonight, isn't it? Really good stuff indeed. Vitod has retired from the session down in 6th position, and so he has done then absolutely stuff indeed. And Welshman on the saying that how is that Chaza done a 25.6 there? Blinking heck then. It is pretty impressive, isn't it, to say the least for Chaza. Brilliant stuff. And Vitod unfortunately looks like he's run out of tyres, and so he's called it a day. Then he's hung up his steering wheel. He's out of the car. But he is in the top 10 for the Japanese Grand Prix. Vitod is, and I think Vitod's having a good season, isn't he, Vitod? It's very impressive indeed there. He's the third of 3 drivers that stepped up from the silver last season. Of course, it was the 2 Haas drivers of Liam, and Gurman, and of course Vitod as well. And so 3, and I think Gurman, of course, is I think the Liam's done very impressive, and Gurman as well. And Vitod there has shown flashes of brilliance as well, hasn't he? He's won that pace, has been mega, hasn't he? He's been very unlucky in some of the races. I think Australia, he was a very quick cookie, wasn't he? But I think that the safety car really caused him to have some major difficulties at the final stage of that race. Only 2 cars are out on circuit 1. Indian Jesus in 8th position. Carboy in 5th, and he flings it into turn 1. Turn 1 is more of an entry point into turn 2. Is turn 2? He's gone wide. That is it for Carboy. Has he got enough fuel in the car then to do another lap? And luckily he's done it quite early on the lap then, so he can now coast in. goes to the end of the lap then, can he? And so he'll be able to so that was better than using up more fuel and invalidating it earlier on then as well. Just for us to say, got pillars then for the Williams win lap then. We've also got Troy saying it told you as well in terms of Chaz's impressive speed. Then he's only but I gotta say then, I'm really interested then to see who can get within a tenth of a second of Chaz Amone, because that could be very much job done for Chaz potentially. But of course, then we still got one more run to go in this qualifying session. It's not done and dusted yet, is it? Lovely shot there from the gravel trap of on the outside of 1 and 2 as well. Now Indian Jesus then coming up the S's now, the Japanese S's, that is. We're into 5 now, not taking too much curb then into 6. They just get slower and slower as they come up the hill then into Dunlop as well. Then do not want to run too wide. Then doesn't even take the curb there, Indian Jesus. Though I'm sure he retired here last season, didn't he? Now into the first Degna then. Lovely stuff indeed. That's inch perfect. Second Degna tightens up, doesn't it? Under the crossover as well before he come up into the Kobayashi hairpin as well. Dropping down into second gear then. 60 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour. Accelerating back away. Yellow flag then as Carboy is just about to start his lap now. As I think you can see cars coming out of the pits, Eddie, so he doesn't want to trip over anyone who's on an out lap at the moment then. And now coming into the Spoon corner as well. He has gone wide then. That was inch perfect again there from Indian Jesus. This is a very good lap then from Indian Jesus in terms of where he is on the track. He's wandered over to the left hand side as well, over the support grid hatch as well, coming up to the 130R as well. Hold your breath then, because it's not even a lift anymore in these F1 cars. Look at that full throttle then, the full flat then, full throttle then. Now into the triangle chicane then. It was just the engine power dull slightly, didn't it? As that was a bit of the engine braking now. The final turn then into turn 18 then for Indian Jesus. It hugs the inside then. Indian Jesus goes 6 fastest there. Has he got he's got time for one more run then? Has he got the fuel as well? Lovely shot here from the suspension. Carboy is 100 for a second up in the first split time, locking up the inside left front tire. Nope, I should say the right front tire. Into the second Degna, into the hairpin now. And of course, Fiat had a big smash there in 2015. Car 34 of Carboy has got through very nicely indeed then. And now he is coming up to the Spoon corner as well. Look, there's Jonathan Cox in the foreground as well. Jonathan can get out of the way. Hopefully he will then. And yes, he does. He feathers out the throttle. Jonathan does. Now we're on board Carboy. Of course, he is as the second highest podiums this season with 8. Oh, he's off there, Carboy has it. And look at that, he's a bit too greedy there, wasn't he, on the curb there. Carboy is, and he's going to be kicking himself, and Carboy, he's second in the World Championship, but of course, he is a hope, isn't he, for the Alpha Tower to keep the Constructors' Championship alive going into the United States Grand Prix in a week's time then. But unfortunately for Carboy, that is it, unfortunately. Same with Indian Jesus as well, but it looks of things as he is feathered off the throttle there. Tango done his first lap on the on scrubbed soft tires then. Let's see what he can do as he's now coming up in to the Spoon corner as well. Car 34 is his teammate. Car 35 is is Tango's car then for the Alpha Tower. I love that. And that's really made my OCD very happy indeed then. Coming up the old grid hatches as well. And there he is. And he comes over the crest of the hill as well. Then through the 130R as we go over the crossover then. As of course, just underneath us there was the second Degna, or the exit to the second Degna into the triangle chicane. Of course, that is infamous where Senna and Prost came to blows in the 1989 Japanese Grand Prix. Tango goes 7 fastest there. And we'll see how that one goes. German's on pole position. A magnificent time there for German. He's found 4/10 of a second there. Oh, amazing stuff indeed there from German. Absolutely hats off to him indeed. Then Liam Yates goes 8 fastest. What about Nosey? Nosey goes 7 fastest on the full throw of the grid then here tonight. What about Pillars then? Pillars is 2/10 of a second up on Campbell. And German has had an absolutely splendid lap. There's Chazza coming up as well, up to the 130R as well. Fantastic stuff. But Alfano turn down for Pillars, and he is coming up to the line. Can he get him on the front row? And Pillars goes third fastest. Not enough for the front row. Chazza's going faster. He is in the ballpark. He is in the ballpark, but it's not enough by 300 of a second. Chazza's on the front row with German alongside. What a magnificent end to qualify. Jonathan's invalidated this time, unfortunately, in the Renault. And it is German on pole position then for the Japanese Grand Prix. That's German's second pole position of his gold career. What an incredible qualifying session that was. Inch perfect at 300ths of a second separates German and his rival. I was going to say colleague then, and his rival Chaza. What an end to qualifying. Fire I see in the comments. Look at that. It was less than 300 a second. 2700 a second separates the top two. Oh my word, that is absolutely sensational stuff indeed. Then absolutely brilliant stuff. Oh, it's Maldonado's being very bold in the comments here tonight, isn't she? It's she's saying Japan is up there with Vietnam as a shocking track. Oh my goodness me, then that is really going to be a good oldham. Oh, that is really wounding me. That is German is just showing off now from Sarah's Mushroom. Equals fire. Malnor is saying jeepers. We've also got Nightbots showing off now as well. As yes, indeed, then good stuff indeed. Good luck, the fourth best league in ALR. So we're now going on to the start of the Grand Prix itself. It looks like it's a very sunny atmosphere out there indeed. Then, so Wilson also saying this track shouldn't exist. Oh goodness me! I really like this track, but I don't like driving it. But I love racing it. It's a challenge, isn't it? It's old school. But it'd be interesting to hear what... Because Japan is a very famous, isn't it, for race circuits. We've got the Fuji Speedway as well, haven't we? And where would you like to race around Japan? Throw your comments in there on a postcard into the comments as well. And yes, we'll read them out there as well. I think Fiji is a very good... the Fuji Motor Speedway, if I can ever say it right, is a very good circuit as well. Serge Marshall loves it and hates it. I think he loves it. But for last season, but probably hates it for some of the other reasons as well. Martin was saying, for once, I agree with you. I think that in terms of Wilson's analysis on this Grand Prix track, then, so we're now getting ready for the start of the Japanese Grand Prix as well. Then Sector 2 is disconcerted. Then this track is great. Don't worry, don't worry. You don't know what you're all talking about there from Troy. Then of course Troy could also become potentially the silver world champion tomorrow. Then if a gamer doesn't score a point, then that means that Troy is the world champion as well. So keep an eye out for that tomorrow. Then I need to get me old calculator out, I think, for that one, but I'll do that later tomorrow then probably. As I watched one of the saying, Sector 1 for me is in terms of it's difficult. Yeah, because if you get one part of Sector 1 wrong, you're just gonna be very much on your back foot right from the get go, aren't you? We've got Sarah saying good luck guys. As Becca is also saying expecting big frames from Troy tomorrow. Then right then, let's go for the grid show from front to back. 20 cars on this circuit, and there's 27 laps and one DRS zone. It's very difficult to overtake. It is old school. Not many drivers like this one. The only figure of 8 race course on the ALR calendar. German pole position for the second time of his ALR career in gold. Magnificent stuff indeed there for German. He really he pulled that one out of the hat, didn't he? Fantastic stuff. What a lap there from German. Chazza alongside him on row 1. And the only thing I'm very disappointed about is I would love to have seen Emerson in that battle between Chazza and German as well, because I think that was absolutely magnificent qualifying, wasn't it? Infamous Pillar in third position there. Or should I say Pillars? Fourth position is Jonathan as well, and he's flying the flag for the Renault team tonight. If he finishes where he starts, if I'm not very much mistaken, that will give, I think that will give the Renault team enough for the constructors if the AlphaTauri team don't score. We've got Carboy in fifth position now, so he wants to keep the Constructors Championship alive as quickly as possible. In sixth position is India Jesus, Knowlesy 7th, and Tango 8th, Liam Yen 9th, Viton in 10th position. 8 of the top 10 starts on the soft tires, 2 medium runners, which is the front 2, Chazza and German. Dangerous times in the medium tires in 11th position now. Equals in 12th, Mr. Elite in 13th for the medium tires. Well, Diego's gone soft in 14th position now. Lost Souls had a smash, didn't he? I would have loved to have seen Souls in the battle for pole position as well. Unfortunately, that didn't turn out to be fruitful. He's on the medium tires there. Cowie in 16th on the hard tires. Dynamo Dan on the medium tires in 70th position. Gunnar is gone soft in 18th position. Now, Emerson, the lowest grid position in a very long time. I can't remember it's the last time he was so low. But he's in 19th position. Summer Wing 20th position now. And at last on the grid on the hard tires. And Summer Wings then needs to get some points, get himself out of the relegation zone. Him and Dynamo Dan are joint on 12 points as well with 5 races to go in this race then. Gordo saying he hates this track with a passion as well. We're on board then with Summer Wing now. Here we go. This is the start of the Japanese Grand Prix. Remember, Emerson didn't get to turn 1 this time last season, did he? As he was taken out quite early on, wasn't he? And just waiting for the lights to come on then. Let's get rid of all these telemetry stuff, shall we? Yellow flags is fluttering and German is twitching then. Where are we going to go then? And now he's initiated first gear then as he is just revving up. Go for the rising sun of the Japanese Grand Prix. Chaz is on the table side, so the pole is on for the Ferrari driver. And Pillars has had a great run. He's out the lead. He's taken the lead. Already going into turn 1. Magnificent stuff, but he's gone wide there. And Pillars is back down in the second position then. Oh no, he takes the lead. There we go. Yellow flags in the background. There's debris everywhere. And Emerson there is still okay then. What about Summer Weeks? He's okay as well. We got a Diego off then. And Diego's lost the whole of the nose section there. No, yes, he's just off the end plate. Infamous Pillars lead second. He's had a great start. Cardboy in third position there. And Chaz is in fourth and we're on board. Chaz on the medium shot there. On the medium shot Ferrari as well. Pillars has had an amazing start and the soft runners has got away absolutely splendidly well, haven't they? Great 70. Then they've displaced the front two. Liam and Injured Jesus looks like they've come to blows then. And Jonathan up the inside trying to overtake Chazza. Chazza there is on the back. It's on the back foot because Jonathan is on the soft compound tires. They're going up in the spoon now. Oh, is Chazza coming across there to get into the inside of spoon as well. Look at this, he's on the outside there. Jonathan is going to go up and under. Not quite in because that door is always going to close, isn't it, for the Renault car? And now we've got Lost Souls and we've also got Emerson having a fight as well. Indian Jesus has left the session now. And that's not good then. Hopefully we can get back in the session in the not too distant future. We've got Tango who's dropped down 4 positions there. Gunnar is up 7 positions there. My goodness me, he's took off like a scolded cat. Those soft tires have been absolutely fruitful for Gunnar. But he's on the back foot now as well. Jonathan has got past Chazzo, moved up into a 4th position then. Good 17. Lap 1 completed. Look at the gap there. It's 7/10 of a second already. Trying to break out that DRS zone, isn't he? Infamous Pillar says Gurman in 2nd position there. Equals has come into the pits then. So we've got pit stop for drama then for Equals for Diego. We've got Injured Jesus who's carrying on running. Lost Souls has got past Dynamo Dan. Dynamo Dan has just got a lot of understeer. Emerson up 5 positions already. Gunnar has had the fantastic start of moving up 7 positions there. Great 17th there. Emerson tried to cut across and Injured Jesus is back in the session as well. Chaz is off the circuit. Oh my goodness me, Chaz is off the circuit and the Ferrari. Oh goodness gracious me then. And look at this as they're having to take a face of action. Oh my goodness me, Cowie has to put some on the anchors there. Oh no, we got he's on the outside there as Chaz has cut off there. I'm not sure what's happened to Chazza. We're having a look now and it's Cowie is having a 40 position. Chaz has dropped down into 50 position. He's down 13 places there on the opening stage of the Grand Prix as well. Magnificent 17 there. VTOL into a very nice 6th position. Well, lovely 17 there. Summer Chaz is in trouble. What's happened to Chaz? He's struggling. It's the Indian Jesus also back in the race as well. And now Gurman has found those feet. He's found his tires and Gurman is flying, isn't he? Remember this Gurman who was having a good race here last season, but unfortunately in the wet conditions he crashed out the crash coming up to the spoon corner, didn't he? Gurman did that. He would like for me not to mention that then. And just now into the triangle chicane. Now I've lost the gap there on the left hand side tower then. So I'm going to have to just put my finger in the air and guess that it's 4/10 of a second. That's a good guess, isn't it? Gurman leads at 2nd position is Cardboy. Jonathan in 3rd position. 4th is Nosey. 5th position at the moment is VTOD. Dangerous Times in 6th position. Mr. Elite is 7th. 8th position is Mr. Elite. 9th is Tango. 10th is Rosso. Is Gunnar in a fantastic 11th position. For Emerson is going into trying to have a look. They're going into turn 1 on board with the double world champion and a lovely helmet design there from Emerson. Oh my word there. I've got to put me sunglasses on then. And just now watching Emerson then as he is trying to go wide then, but Gunnar at the moment there is not going to yield then because this is not blue flag territory for Gunnar, is it? He can stay wherever he wants to stay because this is a race for position then, isn't it? So down 14 positions is Chaz, so down 11 is Indian Jesus. Liam, equals, but terrible start for the Mercedes drivers in 18th and 19th, and also Diego dropping down the order as well. Gunnar gets the start of the day for me. Fantastic 17. Let's take a look to see what tires everyone's on then. And we go into the hairpin once again then. So this is the closest battle on track at the moment there. Gunnar getting a bit of opposite lock there, isn't he? So now he's on the back foot then. Gunnar, is he going to defend? Is he going to put the squeeze on Emerson? No, he isn't then, because I think he's left in just about enough room then. So Emerson will have the inside into spoon. Remember that I think that we had an incident around there last season, didn't we? I can't remember who it was with now. I think, was it with Murphy? Possibly. We've got Gunnar dropping down to 12th position, but Emerson is now to 11th position. He's 2 seconds away from Lost Souls. Jonathan is all over the back of Cardboy. Jonathan is flying. This is best Grand Prix yet so far. And yes, we're only on lap 3 now, but hopefully Jonathan can Navigate his way through, and look at Cowie then, he's up the inside there, forces Dynamo down wide, he's dropped down to 40 position, he's now wrong footed, isn't he? And look at this then, and now we've got Dynamo Dan then, who is on the inside there, but that doesn't matter for Summer Wings, he's having the 14th position. Remember, these two are both on 12 points in the championship, aren't they? So as it stands, well, now it'll be Dynamo Dan who will be into gold for next season. If those positions change, Gurman's dropping down the order. Gurman's had a adventure, hasn't he? Oh no, this is not an adventure of a lifetime. He has not damaged the car, but he has lost a lot of time now. I'm not sure Gurman was actually trying to start to pull away. Then this is a track that really hurts you if you go off there, and it's hurt Gurman, it's hurt Chaz as well. The two benchmark of qualifying, the true benchmark of qualifying is unfortunately on the back foot now, isn't they? And now then V-Top, then they can see that Gurman is really on the back foot. We're just on board now with the Alfa Romeo driver as Gurman then, who is unfortunately come a crop then, and the car boy up into a very strong second position at the moment. Dangerous Times then is, I've got to say, very impressive start for Dangerous Times in this opening couple of laps in his ALR career. He is now up into 7th position. Make that 6, because look at him, he's coming on the inside there. He is on the inside, passes V Todd. Great overtake indeed there. Nosey up to a fantastic 4th, unbeknownst to me there. Good 7th there for Nosey, who is battling for 3rd in the Drivers' Championship as well, and a good haul of points today there for the Racing Point driver. Would be absolutely good stuff indeed there. Lost Souls then, who hasn't had many points this season. Look at that as he's correcting the oversteer. And we've got Indian Jesus then, who's just dropped behind Liam as well. Lost Souls then, who is alongside Tango. He is now past Tango. He's got the inside into turn 1 there. The medium tires are starting to come into their own now. Is Tango going to go up the inside? No, he isn't there. And he is now Lost Souls has got back through and up into 9th position then as well then, as we've got a great ding dong of a battle here between these two. And they're going to run out road there, and Liam has got his position there. He held his line there, and good stuff indeed there from Liam then, and he is in 70 position as well, and equals in Diego. I've got a long race ahead of them, haven't they? Jonathan can see that it's up to 2 seconds in the foreground now then. Cardboy locked up the inside front tyre there, so Jonathan there is going to really be pushing on now. He needs to push, doesn't he? Jonathan does that with Knowlesy just sat back. There he is in the DRS zone as well. Jonathan on a spectacular Grand Prix in the Renault. Summer Wings has now got past Gunnar as well. Gunnar's a lightning starter. Unfortunately, he's coming back to, he is dropping down the order now. Gunnar is but of course he is this is still a good opportunity for Gunnar here tonight and the Red Bull team, with both Red Bulls having a great start to the race so far. One in 9th position, one in 14th position now. Unfortunately, Gunnar struggling with the pace at the moment. Tango is struggling for pace, so Tango is really struggling for pace, because look, Emerson's going to break into the top 10 after 5 laps. He has done. Emerson is up into 10th position there, passes Tango, and away he goes back at his battle here. And so Emerson is already up to 10th position already in this race and looking very good. Jonathan is now up in the second position. This is crucial in the Constructors' Championship, and now he is through up into second position. And this is not enough for the moment to win the Constructors. Tango is in the pits then. So what has happened to Tango? Is he damaged the car? Taking a look, he has damaged the car. That's why he's limping then. And this is a body blow, isn't it, for the Alpha Tauri team, because they were battling with the Renault team for the Constructors' Championship, which I'll get my old calculator out in a minute then just to work it out then. But as it stands at the moment then, they will not be the Constructors' Champions just yet then, as I think that Alpha Tauri needs to outscore Renault by 12 points actually, I think, so they will be Constructors' Champions, won't they? I'm so confused. Anyway, let's get back onto the racing, shall we? Knowlesy then is in 4th position, but then Knowlesy hasn't been on the podium since the Singapore Grand Prix, so only 2 races ago then. So Knowlesy will love to get back on the podium again. He's having a late spurt in this championship campaign for 3rd, isn't he, Knowlesy? This is his best performance of his career in ALR this season as well. So Mega 7D Days had 3 Grand Prix win. I think he won 6 of the first 3 races, didn't he, Knowles? He did fantastic stuff indeed then. And Jonathan is now starting to extend his advantage then. So keep an eye on Emerson, as Chaz has now found his speed slightly. He's down in 15th position, Chaz is. So Gurman is also trying to have a recovery drive as well after making a mistake then earlier on this race. Knowlesy going in a bit deep into the triangle chicane before accelerating away. He has now lost that momentum as he come out of the final turn and are back on board then. And Knowlesy is now going to be looking over his shoulder then. His Cartboy has got this advantage then, hasn't he? Cartboy, he's riding solo at the moment, isn't he, Alpha Tari car. My word, there's Los Souls is just pushing that Ferrari. I think Los Souls wants to go on it because Emerson's only 1.5 seconds back now. It's less than a second almost. As Los Souls is really pushing the Ferrari up the hill. That is the Los Souls needs to be careful because he does get involved in a lot of instances, doesn't he? Los Souls does. He has the pace though, but does he have the patience here tonight? And patience might have to be his middle name then. He goes a bit wide coming out of Dunlop as well in the Red Bull. Brilliant stuff, Ben, for Los Souls. I'm loving this though, isn't it? This is great actually already. We're coming up to 20 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Look at Emerson. He is almost gained a second there in the first sector. Los Souls is going to have to really start to get his elbows out, isn't he? If he wants, because look, Emerson is already up to finish there. He's come through the field like a hot knife through butter there. Magnificent stuff for Ron Board, the double world champion. And he will have to also wrap up the Constructors Championship tonight. And Jonathan's doing a spectacular job. And now can Emerson play his part as well here tonight then. Here in Japan, in the land of the rising sun. And Chaz has moved up into 14th position. And Chaz is trying to come back through the field in the Ferrari. Keep an eye out for Chaz as well then. And Dangerous Times is alongside Gurman. Gurman there has really lost his pace, hasn't he? Oh, Gurman's gone in deep there. And look at this queue of cars now. It's a car boy. He's got a conga line behind him now. And look at this. And so, yes, this is a track then. This is very difficult to overtake on, isn't it? So, yeah, they're going to have to get past that quite quickly. And Nosey is quick, but he's not quick enough going down into turn 1 and turn 2. We got Gurman in Dangerous Times also by the way as well. Remember, Dangerous Times making his debut tonight, and Lost Souls has got past Mr. Elite, and is Emerson going to stick up the inside as well? He has done as a Mr. Elite. Then, of course, former tag team partners, wrong sport, former teammates here in ALR is Mr. Elite. Then is dropping down his 10th position. I don't think that was Mr. Elite going backing off to let him through. Though I think the Mr. Elite there is understeering off the course there on those medium tires as well. I don't even know where to look there. I've got to say there's anarchy all over the show. Both Nosey and Carboy locking up there going into the second deck there. And look at this then. And now we've got Gurman in who's found those tires as well. And I've got to say, they're not treating these tires with very much tender love and care on the infamous Pillars is out of the DRS, so he is at 2.2 seconds at the rhythm. Pillars has never won a Grand Prix before in ALR, has he? He probably could have and should have won a couple of Grand Prix, but if it wasn't for those penalty mistakes, so we're keeping on the penalties. No penalties just yet. Nosey going a bit wide, then Chazza is going up the field now. He has found his groove now, Chazza. Same with Gurman as well. I think they were trying to get those tires back into the window. These Pirelli tires then can be very difficult to get back into the operating window, but once they do, then they should take off, and I think that's exactly what's happened to Gurman and what's happened to Chaz as well. Look at that, as Carboy is not yielding his position, is he? Because he's got a nice buffer of 35 points, hasn't he, over himself and Nosey, but Carboy comes to the pits and the pit window is open then. So now Carboy is going for the undercut here. Let's see how powerful he is, and Lost Souls set the fast off the race, and he is absolutely flying, isn't he now? But look at this, Emerson is all over the back of Lost Souls. Emerson's got to have a look going into turn 1. He has done it. Oh my gosh, he smashed my face off. And now Lost Souls is in the wall. He is in the wall. I'm not sure what happened there, but Lost Souls is in the wall. Oh my word there. And Lost Souls is a virtual safety car, but Lost Souls and once again he's shown his pace, but oh goodness me, and he has damaged the whole of the car there as well. He's dropped right down the order. Chazza is on the outside looking in now, the top 10. He's a second away then. Summer Winks has propelled himself into the 9th position there. Carboy is in 70th position. He's on the hard tires now until the end of the Grand Prix. Injured Jesus got a 5-second penalty though Injured Jesus said it's got a 5-second penalty there for ignoring those yellow flags. DRS has been able to, and Pillars has taken off once again, and Gurman is now half a second back at the moment. We've got Liam who is really going to be giving Gunnar some cause for concern, and Gunnar doing an absolutely splendid job out there. I've got to say, Gunnar was having a nightmare around here last season. This season he is a completely different driver in the race, isn't he? Magnificent stuff there from the Irishman, fantastic indeed then, but he's going to have to defend now from Liam but Gunnar, there's the inside there, Gunnar there was not going to be yielding though, is he? Because he shouldn't now. Gunnar having finished probably his strongest race of the opening stint of the race of the season thus far. Good some indeed there for Gunnar, as now Liam is all over the back there, as into the pits. So we got a pit stop race here, and here it is. And so here's Nosey in the pits. We've also got a VTOL in the pits. Well, look, there's the Alfa Romeo mechanics. Here are the Racing Point mechanics going to work then on the Racing Point. He's on the medium tires now, Nosey has said, and so I think it's a one-stop straight in 17 laps laps to go in this Grand Prix, and look at that, and you can see those bumps there, and I've just rejoined the race circuit as well. Where is Nosy going to come out then? Because this track is very difficult to overtake on, so it's not just about the undercut, but it is about the undercut, because there's Carboy, he's just got out in front of Nosy, and he is through then, and Tango then, who's quite a way back, and Lost Souls is coming to the pits and he's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He's out of the Grand Prix. Lost Souls is retiring in the pits, unfortunately, as Gunnar, oh no, and just as I was mentioning how well he was doing, and then that's what happens. Oh, what a shame for Gunnar there. I'm very sorry. I really am indeed there for Gunnar. It's I really am, because he was in such a good race, wasn't he, up until that point then. And just now on board, just on board, well, we were on board with Gunnars, with Gurman, I'm saying it, as we've got yellow flags again then, as just as we've got a lot of, oh goodness me, now we've got a bit of a train now behind Dynamo Dan, then here is here is Carboy, oh my goodness me, and Dynamo Dan, oh goodness gracious me, then it's getting very hair and scared there, isn't it? And look who's on the outside there, it's Nosy, that is on the outside, and a Spoon, and the two race leaders are in the pits, and Gerwin has had the fast off of the race, and Carboy cuts across and Nosy as well. This is a crucial part of the Grand Prix, isn't it? Just like every other lap is here in this Grand Prix, as I've been saying it. Jonathan in the pits on the medium tires for pillars as well then. And those are the front runners, and they need to get out in front of these two, don't they? Because I feel that this is a crucial, well, I've been saying it, but it's a crucial part of Grand Prix, isn't it? And let's out of the final turn then, and let's see what is going to be occurring here. And where is Jonathan there? Jonathan is out in front, that is crucial. Summer Wings there is gonna behind for this. Look, Chazza is almost a pit stop behind now. I'm going back to this part here as look at this, and Carboy is Carboy still in a 12th position, and Nosy in 13. Vital is 2 seconds away, but that's going to be coming down. There's Jonathan now, he's taken off very nicely indeed then, and look at this then, very good stuff indeed. I'm sorry guys, I'll have a look at your comments in just a few moments time then, if I can, of course, because I can't take my eyes off of this action there. And now coming to the first second as well, there is the McLaren, and now we've got the Williams, now we've got the AlphaTauri and the racing point as well. And I've got to say, Nosy is looking very impressive at this stage of the Grand Prix. Is he very good stuff indeed? He's on the inside. Dynamo down there is going to have to, it's too late there, as he might have tried to put his toe in the door there, but that was too much there. Carboy was coming through, whatever the weather, and Nosy has now passed them. Dynamo down as well, he's out of shape after the overtaker from Carboy, but Nosy's gone wide there, he's gone wide. Only one car with a penalty so far. That's absolutely sensational stuff from these guys. Dangerous Times then is actually doing a very good job indeed, and he's now got the fast out of the race then in the McLaren, and this is a great debut here for Dangerous Times. He's really stealing my attention tonight. Magnificent stuff there. Emerson 6.2 seconds away from the race at the moment there. Remember, he has to come in the pit still. Cowie is also going to have to come in the pit as well. That McLaren of Indian Jesus had enough on those soft tires, and I think hats off to him now for. That's a Ferrari. That's Chazza. Chazza's facing the wrong way. Oh goodness me! He's had he's left the session. So so he's teleported back into ninth position. I have no earthly idea what's going on here. Then Dangerous Times there has got a 3-second penalty as well. Let me carry on with the comments, shall we? As we're now on board then. So we've got Jamie. All right then. Sorry I'm late, lads. Who's commentating tonight? It's me, my good sir. We've got there was different there, wasn't it? Yes, it's me, my good sir. We have also got Serious Russian. Cowie's looking good if he avoids penalties. Rebecca saying up the Renault team. As a Charles there is just dropping down the order. Hopefully he can get back in the session pronto, but Charles on a bit of a nightmare then. We got Becca saying, "Oh my!" and 2, how did Lost Souls DNF fare? Serious Russian saying he's titanium. It's Chazza is I keep thinking he's dropping down the order, but he's just got red X at the moment. There's Carboy and Nosy there locking up the inside front tire. Camera Racer there saying that Emerson did a little dive in here, and so that's and that might have been the reason why we have lost Souls, unfortunately. So I'm going to be honest, we had a rubbish camera shot, didn't we? So I can't really. What is? Oh my word, Darren! Seriously, look at this! That's Jonathan. Jonathan is having some issues. Jonathan has had some issues in the Renault. Oh no! And then Jonathan there. Oh goodness me! And Chaz is in the pits. Someone is dropping down the order. Jonathan is. There's the nose code. It's gone there for Jonathan. He was having such an incredible race, and now he's coming for an extra pit stop on lap 13. Oh my word, there. And That is completely ruined the British-Italian drivers' race, and he's had some happy memories around here, but tonight is not going to be one of them now, is it, for Jonathan? He's dropped down into 16th position there. Chaz has come into the pits. I'm not sure if that was him or the AI, as hopefully it was his decision there. Danger Times then is currently 8 seconds away from German. He's doing a very good job of Danger Times. Emerson 6.1 seconds back, and Mr. Lee in a very solid position there. 4th position, we have got Liam, who's just got past Diego is off the circuit, and it's a Dunlop there. Diego hasn't damaged the car, but it looks him, but he's done 10 laps on the medium tires. He came into the pits earlier on, back on board chassis. He's still not in the session at the moment. Knowlesy is still behind Summer Wings at the moment. Summer Wing then he needs some points tonight, doesn't he? If Knowlesy there was lighting up the rear tires, there wasn't he? Look, Cowie is under pressure now as well. And look at this, and Infamous Pillars is going to be on the inside there. Cowie is going to turn in, but Infamous Pillars is battling for the first Grand Prix win of his career in gold then, and now Cowie has dropped down into 6th position there. Will he have DRS then? No, he won't, because the detection point is a little earlier than that then. Into the pits there comes Mr. Elite. He's on the hard tires. That's the safest option to the end of the race then. I think the medium tires could get it to the end from here on in then. And look at this then. And now V-Top then is now all over the back of Knowlesy as well, as we're coming over now into the turn 1 as well. Look, Knowlesy has gone from defence to attack in a twinkling of an eye. It's on the 10th position there. Summer Wing, he's going to let his teammates by then. Very good, very well done indeed, sir. Then. Oh, done then, almost going into the back then. Oh, magnificent race thus far. Only one retirement so far, which unfortunately got a bit too close into turn 1, and unfortunately there wasn't there. And always Dynamo done there going on the edge of the track then, which is not good, is it? From his point of view. Just going back to the front at the moment, and this is the gap at the moment. So at the moment, Infamous Pillar says 3 laps on the medium tires. He is judging from the leader, and he is about hang on, I'm lost. There it is, and he is about 16 seconds away from the leader at the moment. So he will lose the so he will gain the lead back then, but everyone behind him will now be on the soft tires until the end of the Grand Prix. So that is going to get very interesting indeed then. So Pillars is going to have to repel some very quick drivers later on in this Grand Prix with Cardboy. After all the overtaking going on, all the traffic, Cardboy has actually found 3 seconds over Knowlesy. This is crucial for Cardboy if he wants to keep the constructor still alive, Fed, as well. I hope someone's got a calculator out, because I might need it at the end of this one. Oh, locking up both cars, locking up them. VTOL having a spectacular Grand Prix at the moment. Good stuff deep there for VTOL and the Alfa Romeo team. Very lovely, very well done indeed. Then coming over the grid hatchings once again. Mr. Lee is now on fresh tires, and he's got Tango just in front of him. Tango has been on those tires only it's been on those tires for 8 laps now, because Tango came in the pits very early on, then dropping down to 11th position. Tango is really struggling at this stage of the Grand Prix, isn't he? He is struggling to get any trying to get any performance out of those tires, isn't it? Arsenal have won 3-1, by the way, if anyone was interested. So good somebody then. Is my phone vibrated then, and I got very worried. Knowlesy's got a 3-second penalty. That's very unlike Knowlesy, isn't it? That's going to be a major problem for Knowlesy later on. And he's also getting a bit wayward in that racing point, isn't he? He's pushing the car to the limit and beyond there, isn't he? Knowlesy is, and so look at this with V-Todd then on the same strategy as he is. And there's going to be some drivers, and they're going to be catching up quite quite behind. Then Liam, has got a 3-second penalty as well. It's just over half. This is where the concentration starts to wane a little on these drivers, doesn't it? Gurman still leading the race, and he's got a 1.1 second gap between himself and Dangerous Times. And Danger Time then is in the pits end for the McLaren team, and he is now going for the undercut, isn't he, in the McLaren. Emerson there is prepared himself into second position. Emerson is, of course, he's also got a pit as well. So now Infamous Pillars has a nice gap, I think, by the looks of it. So he should get past now. So Pillars is now up in the third position. He has a nice gap then where he could have just really put the hammer down. Cowie is on the hard tires, isn't he? He is also doing a good job there from the back of the field there. Where's Danger Times? And Danger Times is back out in 5th position there. I think the Cardboy. And look, well, now I've just missed. I apologise. And V Todd is up into 7th position there. Slap me with a wet fish. That's appalling stuff, then. And as we're just on board there. Cowie is off the circuit there. Oh no! And Cowie, who's on a magnificent Grand Prix, is now off the circuit there, and he has gone off for the S's, hasn't he? And I think the S's says that is why Guna went off, because I think the third goal went in for Arsenal then, perhaps. But Guna now down in that 90th position, but really giving Equal some cause for concern there, isn't he? In And the Mercedes and Cowie has lost an abundance amount of time then. Danger Times that is on the soft tires. He's only 5 seconds away from Infamous Pillars there. And Gurman now, who I think that Gurman might have to react this lap now if he doesn't want to lose track position. And this is quite crucial now, isn't it? I've been saying this is a crucial part of the race. And literally since the, almost since we started, Gurman's in the pits and the race leader in the pits and slow it down then to the pit lane speed limiter. And he's now looking for the Haas mechanics. And Emerson is also following suit as well. Emerson lost a second on that lap, but it looks. So Mona Gurman does have the pace, doesn't he? Now he's holding the soft tires there. Gurman has had a lovely shot here, and we've also got the reigning defending double world champion, and also coming out of the pits as well. Gurman is dropped down to second position. Where is Gurman? Look, there's the McLaren. There's the McLaren. This is going to be touch and go. I think Danger Time's already up to speed. He is up to speed. Danger Time's is back in the second position on his debut. Then Carboy in third position. Where's Emerson? Emerson is out in second position, or is he? Oh my goodness me! Oh my word there! And it's Nosey in second position there. He's got past in front of Emerson now. Emerson then is now flying the flag for the Renault team then at the moment in time then. Renault are not going to be the Constructors champion, and it will go to the race in Austin next week. Of course, Jonathan is trying to come back through the field. He's down into 15th position at the moment on board with Emerson there. He's putting the squeeze now, isn't he? On those as well. Gurman's got to get past Danger Time as well. This is crucial with 10 laps to go in the Grand Prix. I keep saying crucial. That's my word of the day, isn't it? Under the crossover as well as we come up into the hairpin. This is magnificent stuff. Emerson's on the inside. Emerson is on the inside. Diving on the inside. Track position there. And he's sent it. He's done a Kobayashi. He is now in his 7th position there. 1.5 seconds there between V. Todd and Emerson as well. So great manoeuvre there from Emerson. What about Gurman then? Gurman is still stuck behind Danger Times as well. Then Gurman did have the legs over Danger Time, albeit very fractional, didn't he? Gurman is having a magnificent Grand Prix at the moment, isn't he? This is his best performance in ALR Gold, I think, thus far this season, which is quite a major statement to make, but he has been impressive since the get-go here tonight in Japan. Magnificent stuff. Gap is up to 3.8 seconds, and his Infamous Pillars is just trying to pull away, and Infamous Pillars going for his first Grand Prix win. Danger Times and setting the fast up of the race. Magnificent performance there, but Danger Times, he's going to have to defend them because they're not, look at this. Oh my goodness me, on the outside, Gurman takes second position there, and now 3.5 seconds, 10 laps to go then. He is going to have to get some qualifiers on now for Gurman if he wants to win the Japanese Grand Prix. Infamous Pillars is on the medium tires, Gurman is on the soft compound tires now then. Oh, amazing stuff indeed there. We're keeping on that because now we've got Emerson who is behind V. Todd, and V. Todd is currently on course to his best position of his career, if I'm not very much mistaken. Then Serious Merchant thinks it's going to be Gurman is now the favourite in this Grand Prix. He is now, isn't he? But he's still got to catch and pass, and as the great Murray Walker used to say, that catching is one thing, passing is quite another. And yes, and that is exactly what Gurman's going to have to do. Emerson is all Emerson there is doing is that's his favourite pie trick now. Emerson is he's up in the 6th position now. Remember that I think that the AlphaTauri team needs to outscore Renault by Renault by 12 points to stay to win the Constructors set. So at this moment in time, the Renault team will be the Constructors champions, if I'm not very much mistaken. Cheers Rush also saying that Danger Times is Danger Time is having a great race. He is, isn't he? What a debut there for the McLaren driver. He's still within DRS as well. And they're now both catching Pillars, and it's down to 2.5 seconds there. Chazza is dropping down. I think Chazza's out of the Grand Prix, unfortunately, after one incredible qualifying it was there for Chazza, but he just couldn't keep up with, and into the pits, and that's going to help Emerson. He's now up in the 5th position. Emerson is and yes, then, and now Renault are steaming now on course there for the Constructors Championship, and the guy in front is Carboy on the hard tires in 4th position. Carboy is having a good old fist of this Grand Prix, but Emerson there will get draw of the day. Then Emerson will get draw of the days very many times, does he? Emerson, he's only got 5 in his entire out of 75 starts. He's only had 5 of them, so this will be his 6th one, and it's only his second one of the season there. Emerson is, and of course draw of days do usually depend on how many positions you've made up rather than your performance in the whole Grand Prix, but nevertheless, and I think today he's been very impressive, wasn't he? Indeed, that Emerson has. Very impressive indeed, isn't he? And just now coming into the hairpin as well. He doesn't do his favourite party trick this time around. Summer Wing, who hasn't come in the pits yet, he's still out there on 18 lap old hard tyres. I wonder if Summer Wing is hanging out waiting for a safety car or something like that, and to maybe reduce the rears. But unfortunately for Summer Wing, the safety car hasn't happened just yet, hasn't come to fruition. Just as I say that, we've got Gunnar off the circuit now. As Gunnar there off the circuit now, starting to get himself back on now. Diego is on a fresh set of soft tires then, and Gunnar, who in the first half of this race was magnificent, wasn't he? Jonathan is now all over the back there. Gunnar dropped down the order. I think he was just letting Diego through there, wasn't he? Jonathan is now all over the back of Indian Jesus. Can Jonathan get some points then at the end of this race then? Well, 20 out of 27 then. The drivers are still yet to come in then. I think it's Summer Wing who's on the 18 lap old hard tyres there. And I think it's only Summer Wing actually. Quaz has been hanging out there for quite a long time as well. He's done 16 laps on the hard tyres as well. But unfortunately for Quaz, and he's kind of adrift, isn't he? Tango back into the pits there. He's done 13 laps then on these hard tyres. Tango is, and he comes into the pits and throw on the soft tyres until the end of the Grand Prix. Liam is now in 10th position as well. Cowie is on the soft tyres then, so he's going to put on a late spurt, isn't he? Later on this race. Tango coming on the pits as well. Here comes Indian Jesus. Jonathan is too far back at the moment, isn't he? He needs to be a bit more up the rear exhaust pipe for that McLaren, but that's not the case at the moment. Tango coming out of the pits and he's in 15th position there, so he's going to have to do some qualifying laps and then some if he wants to if he wants to get some points here on in then. But I've got to say, it's going to be very difficult indeed. On board with Gurman, I should say, and he is going for his third Grand Prix win of his career here in ALR. This has been an absolutely magnificent drive, and look at this, and it's now Pillars is on the back foot, isn't he? And Gurman there, who's leading this race earlier on then, wasn't he, on the medium tires, had an issue in the S's. Now is and Pillars is taking the lead since then, but now then it is now the gap is now starting to swing, isn't it? Emerson is now to fifth position as well. And he is on course to get his on course, and Renault are Jonathan and him are on course to win the Constructors' Championship here tonight, if I'm not very much mistaken. And I'll be Renault's third Constructors' Championship in 5 years in ALR. They are cream of the crop in terms of the Constructors, and they fantastic 17 as they're going through the first corner as well. Emerson is 6/10 of a second away at the moment, but he is not close enough there, is he, to and not close enough there, is he, to get past Cartboy. Jonathan is 2/10 of a second. He is closer this time. Jonathan is into the pits. Comes Summer Wing then. And Summer Wing is going to drop out of the points now. Unfortunately, Jonathan just couldn't get past Indian Jesus. And going into turn one there, they're on the same life of tyre. There's yellow flag as Jonathan is out of the race. Oh no! And Jonathan is out of the race. He got a virtual safety car. Indian Jesus got as well. Chaz is in the pits then. And we got a virtual safety car, and Jonathan and Chazza have come to blows somehow. I wonder if it's similar to Jacques Villeneuve, and that's Jonathan's car, and where's Indian G said, I don't know, but it's back racing again. I wonder if it was similar to the battle between one Pablo Montoya and Jacques Villeneuve in 2005, where they just ran out of road there, but Villeneuve was survived another day. Indian Jesus didn't. He's out of the Grand Prix, and that's not very good at all then. Chaz, his PlayStation 4 is overheated, and so that's why Chaz is out of the Grand Prix, and when Jonathan is fuming, that is fuming. And that one, Gervin's touched the pillars there on the rear. Emerson is past Cartboy and moved over to fourth position there, and that is now enough. Indian Jesus out of the race. Tango's got past Dynamo Dan as well. Gurman is less than a 10th of a second back. Then he's going on the outside, going into turn one. Then Gurman is to go for the lead. Is he? Yes! Oh, there's contact, and now he's on the outside. He takes the lead in the Japanese Grand Prix with 5 laps to go in this race then. Oh, magnificent stuff indeed then. Absolutely magnificent stuff. And Gurman takes the Grand Prix lead, and now he hasn't got no penalties. He just needs to keep it clean and precise. He's on the soft tyres now. He should get him to the end of the race, and Gurman going for his third Grand Prix win of the season. Oh, magnificent stuff indeed. Emerson potentially could be on the podium as well. His lowest danger time then, going a bit wide, just losing out a bit later. Emerson, his lowest position, he is finished in ALR this season, has been 4th at the Monaco Grand Prix. Well, tonight then he's equalled 4th then. He needs to get within 3 seconds of danger times then to get on the podium then, but danger times is quite quick at this stage of the proceedings then, maybe but he needs to get past the infamous pillars as quickly as possible, doesn't he? Absolutely great stuff indeed then. Accelerating out then and coming up the hill then, and Cartboy's got a 3-second penalty as well then, as the penalty sign, but at the moment in time Cartboy will not have any issues then, as he is 7.1 seconds in front of Vital, who's on an absolutely magnificent Grand Prix today, and they've really good stuff indeed then. Pillars then into the triangle chicane as well. Look, Gurman's already out of the DRS then. Gurman's already out of the DRS as well. It's a magnificent Grand Prix for Gurman tonight. Absolutely brilliant stuff indeed then, as we come across the line, and I am dripping with sweat. Oh gosh. And look at this, and now then danger times is Nosey dripping with sweat. Oh, he's on the outside. Oh, he's gone wide though. Take the time, Johnson. And he is off the track on the marbles, and he's going to get no grip there. And he unfortunately hasn't been able to get past Pillars just yet. And Pillars then once again then is so close yet so far in its quest for his first Grand Prix win in ALR Gold then. But unfortunately it's not going to be tonight then, unless something very unusual happens now. But let's see what happens then. 16 cars left in the race, and Chaz out of the race then as well. His PlayStation 4 has overheated then. And I'm just on board then. Sam has asked what penalties does Danger Time has. He has 3 seconds at the moment as we're on 4 laps to go. 5 laps to go to the end of the race. Said 3 second penalty for Cowie as well. We got Liam, Cowie, Tango's Summer Wing, and also Dynamo down on 3 seconds. Same with Nosey as well then. So and Goon's got 3 second penalties then. So lack of penalties then. Very impressive stuff indeed then. Absolutely good stuff then. And just now on board then is that Summer Wings then is in some issues there. He's had an issue then. We're on the side as a sector 3 of Figures, and it's a safety car. Oh my goodness me, it's a safety car with just 3 laps to go in this Grand Prix, 4 laps to go. Oh my word there. As I'm just taking a look where Summer Wings is, but he's out of the Grand Prix. And what is the race leaders going to do here then? So this is going to be interesting for drivers who haven't got pounds. Is German going to stay out? He's got what he's doing. Oh, he's coming in the pits though, he isn't. And nor is Pillars even then. So it's not long to go in this race, is it? So I think it would have been oh, Cardboy coming in there and like attacking the line there. If anyone comes in, then they're going to have to really make quick work, haven't they? But Cardboy in the pits, so is V-Todd in the pits as well. So coming in the pits, thrown on the soft tires. Cardboy is a safety car, just a couple of laps to go in this race. Oh, drama after drama. And yes, it is beautiful for him, so that he could potentially win this Grand Prix here. But German has been on such fine Vettel tonight, hasn't he? And then Nosey in the pits as well. And on the has he been let go? I hope he has, as he's just sat there at the moment. Now he's going. I don't know what happened there. Oh no, and Nosey has lost an abundance amount of time there, hasn't he? Cowie up into 7th position now, so this is good stuff for Liam, who stayed out as well. And Nosey out in 10th position now. Tango might get out. Tango's in 9th position now. You know where you've been tangoed. He is now in 9th position there. Nosey down 10th, and Mr. Lee 11th. Dynamo down in the pits. I wonder if tomorrow drivers will come in the pits. And now then, so 24, 25, 26 and 27 then. So then this is going to get very interesting indeed then. So I think the safety car should be in at the end of lap 25, maybe 26 then. And then we'll go from there again. So Pillars is going to be on the back foot now, isn't he? So Emerson potentially be on the second position, which will guarantee the Constructors World Championship for the third time as well. Magnificent stuff there. And Emerson there going for driver today as well. Oh, absolutely brilliant stuff, Ben. Brilliant stuff, Ben. We got Martin Norris saying, I'm shocked that no one's pitted then with shocked that no one's pitted then, yes, because I think I wonder if Pillars and Liam, yeah, definitely for Bowler coming in the pits, I'm sure of it, definitely. Absolutely great somebody. Charles saying my ALR debut wasn't ideal as his PlayStation overheated then, as he's got fan points in there at the moment there, but unfortunately that hasn't helped Charles as he is out of the Grand Prix down in 40th position there. He was he's about 2,700 seconds away from pole position on this debut race there, but unfortunately Chaza in the race itself didn't came up a bit short as well. Jonathan was having a good race there, but unfortunately he was spun out twice there. So the British Italian driver was on a great race then, and this was one of his stronger tracks there, but unfortunately that is not out then, as it's both as Injured Jesus and Jonathan. I'm not sure if they come to blows or if that was just bad timing on my part, and so I looked up and they were both They were both out of the race then as well. We got Sam Reckon's safety car beaten at the end of lap 25. Here's asking then. I think hopefully it will, because then we'll have 2 laps, won't we? So the drivers that come in the pits will have 2 laps then. So Knowlesy is going to have to really make hay, isn't he? Because he was doing a good job, wasn't he? Knowlesy, just remember, he's got a good old battle between himself and Milan. If he finishes where he is now, which won't be in the points actually, then he could potentially, Milan there's still going to be 12 points behind him in the battle for third in the drivers, and Cardboy is extending his lead to 45 points now with 4 races to go then. So he's almost halfway there, Cardboy is, to get in that second position there with just shows how incredibly talented that Cardboy is in his debut season here in ALR. Magnificent stuff indeed then. And Magnificent stuff indeed. Then, so we're just on board then with the Haas car of German as well. As we already mentioned, he's going for his third Grand Prix win of his season and his career as well. He won in the British Grand Prix. He won in the French Grand Prix. Can he also win at the Land of the Rising Sun? He does have infamous pillars on the medium tires. So it's how long are these soft tires going to last for? Are they coming to the end of their life? Then hopefully Sam is right. Hopefully the safety car being the end of something. Gunnar is now back up in the 16th position as well, with Diego in 15th. Chas's car is out of the race, unfortunately. So Dynamo Dan might be able to get some points as well, and he might be able to extend this gap between himself and Summer Wing then to get himself keep himself into gold for next season. In the moment, and the safety car lights are still on then. So the safety car lights are still on then. I was hoping that we'll be able to go racing. Yes, we are going racing. Oh, Donovan Don has got a penalty. He's gone into the back of Equals, and that is a major problem there as he damaged the end plate. So I'm just taking a look at the Williams as well. Safety car, Bert Melander is speeding off. Has he damaged the car? He hasn't damaged the car. All right, then we're now back racing as well. German is now the de facto safety car with 27 to go. 2 more laps in the Japanese Grand Prix. Oh, my goodness me. Here we go then. Oh, I went the wrong part of the grid. Oh, here we go. Triangle chicane, done and dusted. German's got 2 more laps to go. He's got no penalties. So let's go then. 26 and his pillars and his cars to start to the front. Look at this, they're all weaving in there. They're trying to break the substring. Oh, look at this, and this Emerson is out pushing, and we fly past this as well. Emerson is on the cusp of a podium here. Maybe you get second position as well. Oh my goodness me, there's a ghost. It's Gunnar, and Gunnar's off the circuit now. He's got off the circuit. He went off fair to just get out of the way. And look at this as Tango is pushing Vital up the hill as well. Cowie is all over the back. All police have gone out wide then, and Vital is going to go back on the inside. Not quite, as he was too far back at the moment then. Oh my word. And Emerson there is just a drop back slightly, hasn't he? So danger times then, it needs to get past, doesn't he? Pillars as quickly as possible here, doesn't he? Of course, but he's not going to send Lizzie and damage his car or damage Pillars' car. Carboy is now in 5th position there, see? So it's trying not to be over at the end there, is it? And Carboy then is we're on board with the AlphaTauri car now as well, as we're coming up to the Spoon corner. There they are, and flying into Spoon corner now. And oh, it's danger times then. Is having to correct the car, isn't he? Because he's corrected the car. Now he's got Emerson all over the back of him now. So Emerson would like to overtake him. But look at this. We've also got Carboy behind him as well as they fly through 130R. And Carboy, he's going to run. He's on the inside. He passes Emerson, the double world champion. Carboy is set on the inside. He's got past. Emerson knows he does have penalties though, doesn't he? Gunnar is struggling there down the backside. And Emerson is trying to go past as well. Oh my goodness me. There's no DRS up and there's 3 abreast. Oh my goodness me, there's 3 abreast going into turn 1 then. And look at this then. And Carboy is fighting. Emerson's going to go back up the inside. And he thinks better of it. And Carboy is on the outside in danger times. And he swooped on the outside, passes the McLaren driver. And he's through up into third position now then, he has to get in. He has to find 3 seconds over Emerson. And if he wants to stay on that podium, then that is the question now. Can Carboy do it? I don't think he can with 1 lap to go then. But I have been wrong before. And I probably could be wrong here as well. And going into the Degna as well. Liam, oh! Danger Times is off the circuit there, and Danger Times, who's having a great debut, is dropping down the order now as well. There's a feed. Todd is up in 2. Oh look, Danger Times is struggling. He's on the back foot now in the McLaren. There's him and Tango are fighting. Oh my word! Oh goodness me! Oh gosh, then this is too much, Sarah. This is too much for my ginger little brain. Oh my word! Then this is absolutely magnificent, isn't it? And German is now coming up the hill as well. And now Carboy and Emerson is on the fringes of the podium here tonight as well. Brilliant stuff indeed there for Emerson, from 19th on the grid then to come third today. Absolutely magnificent spectacle. But here's German on the final couple of corners now, and German accelerates the way, and this is going to be his 3rd Grand Prix win of his career. German wins the Japanese Grand Prix by a 3/10 of a second away from Pillars in second, and Emerson in 3rd position there. And I think Renault are the Constructors World Champions as well. Tango is off the circuit. He's dropped down into, oh no, he hasn't. He's had penalties there, and I think that Renault are the Constructors World Champions out for the third time in ALR. Emerson there has done what he needed to do today. Jonathan also played a major part as well today, didn't he? But unfortunately came up short, didn't he? As he was involved in a couple of instances as well. But yes, Renault, three-time Constructors World Champions. Magnificent stuff there from Renault, from Emerson, and Jonathan Cox here this season. Magical stuff. German, no, it's not going to be concerned about that. He gets his third Grand Prix win of his career in ALR. Fantastic stuff indeed there for German. Absolutely amazing stuff, and German's going to be top of the world then. Absolutely brilliant stuff from German there. Digger saying no penalties, good drive. And Emerson driver of the day as he gives me a piece there on the screen as well. Good job with that the other way around, isn't it? Absolutely great stuff indeed. Then Gordo saying yes, German. Digger saying no penalties, good drive. And there he is there as he is loving the Italian crowd. Is the magnificent stuff indeed. Liam saying that he would take sixth position when he was last at one point now. Great stuff indeed. And Emerson also equals the record number of podiums in one season, which was 17 in one season, which was set by Granty, wasn't it? In season 3, but that has now been equaled. Will it be broken with 4 races to go? We'll have to wait and see then. But tonight is about German, as he got pole position by the slenderest of margins. He was controlling the race and he had some issues, didn't he, at the start? But wow, but then he come back and fighted beautifully well. He took the race win, his third Grand Prix win of the season, his first Grand Prix win out of Europe, if I'm not very much mistaken. So fantastic stuff indeed then. So German won the race there. Second position was Pillars in the end. 3 tenths of a second away from his first Grand Prix win. Emerson stays on the podium once again then for Android today as well. Carboy in 4th position. Great performance from Carboy. V. Todd, best performance of his career in ALR. Liam, would take in 6th position. He's happy with that. Mr. Lee in a strong 7th. Cowie 8th. Equals in 9th. And Danger Times there in 10th position. A great drive from the debutant. Diego in 11th. Tango 12th. Nosey in 13th. Chaz in 14th. Dynamo Dana in 15th. And Gooner 16th. Chaz a retired from the race. So don't think that'll be classed as a finish, unfortunately. Other retirements there. Summer Wings, Indian Jesus, Jonathan Cox and Lost Souls all retired then from this Japanese Grand Prix. Great stuff indeed then. Is Chance saying well done Renault then, as Equals saying safety car saved my rear posterior there from Equals. Liam saying yeah, great job Equals, we were 18th and 19th at one point now. Absolutely great stuff. But well, fingers crossed we're getting interviews tonight then, because the last couple of weeks we've had some issues with the old with me getting kicked out then. But let's fingers crossed, shall we? German, great race today then. Absolutely magnificent stuff from your point of view. Your third win of your career and your second pole position of your career as well. But that pole position was absolutely stellar stuff. Less than a tenth of a second between yourself and Chasm. Incredible.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to get pole. I thought I was going to be second because Chaz has been really good in practice, but somehow I managed to get pole. I got on the right start, and then I made that mistake. So it's just about getting back up the field and putting some consistent laps in, which I did. So I'm pretty happy to win it, to be honest.
And what happened to you in the first stint then? We seen you recovering in the SSR. Did you make a mistake, or was you helped?
I was just behind pillars, and I just slid, I got on the throttle too much. It just chucked me off, so I had to make my way back up.
I know.